And welcome in to beautiful Portland, Oregon for the Northwest Disc Golf Championship, presented by Latitude 64º and Stumptown Disc Golf. It is hard to beat Milo McIver and Riverbend Disc Golf Course. Perfect mix of open and wooded holes with scenery that is tough to beat. It's a perfect test on the Pro Tour. Who jumps out to your round one lead? We'll find out live on the Disc Golf Network. Flying above the beautiful Clackamas River, just bordering the course. Temperature is up from this morning. Humidity looks to be down. Some great disc golf weather out there. And McMahon on 18 to get to 8 to be your clubhouse leader. And there goes that man. McMahon plays very well in Portland. A lot of good history there for him. Taking a look at your Innova hot rounds early. McMahon at the top. Wysocki on his heels, though, with a chance to chase him down on 18. We're going to take a look at our Pro Tour standings here. McMahon not in your top 10, but a chance to maybe bump in here with a good showing. A lot of points at stake this weekend. This being a plus event. Buhr out at the top there. AB doing some nice work at the Cascade Challenge to help start chasing him down. And welcome into the booth. I'm your host, Ian Anderson, major champion Philo Brathwaite over there. Portland, a city with some great disc golf history, Philo.
Big time, long time stop on the tour when it was a national tour. Lots of great memories out here back in the day. This tournament started out as a C tier many years ago, worked its way up the ladder, eventually became an NT, held majors. Portland's been a long-time favorite of the Touring Pro for many, many years.
Yeah, great weather, great scenery, awesome courses.
Absolutely, man. Great food, great environment. Can't beat it.
Let's flash back to check out some of this history in Portland. This is out of Blue Lake, McBeth, the 2014 World's Battle with Wysocki. Came down to this tree hit for Rick. Meant Paul had this putt to win the world title. That was his third of 4 in a row, was it?
I believe so.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, dramatic on 18. McMahon misses the putt, pushes the playoff, and it only took one hole for Gibson to grab the title.
Could forget this one.
Oh my
Double
goodness,
G, Simon
man.
Lizotte coming down the stretch out at Glendevere. Simon drags it off to the right a little bit, got the red flag. Double G just needs to lay up, and no, hangs at OB.
Oh, it tried to climb back in, but not to be. And Double G, the great sport that he is, as always, giving Simon his love. And then 23, Adam Hammis out of bounds. Needs to push the playoff and makes it, Philo. Unbelievable.
Another one that comes down to the wire on the 18th green, and Adam Hammis eventually would win in the playoff.
Anthony Barella, Adam Hammis' best bud, will tee off on the other side of this break.
The discovery of electricity, the first flight, democracy, splitting the atom, computers, modern medicine, space travel, and of course, the royal line from Latitude 64.
Tie at the top. She has to make it.
No way!
Nervy putt to win.
Hanley!
Her first Disc Golf Pro Tour elite event.
find my name on Skulkin, and I use LG backpack card. I use LG back card because I can put my grip bag in and out so easily. From like so heavy in your bag, and then you use a card, and you not feel any pressure on your bag. Hallelujah, you know. The more option is better. Everything in your life, right? Like you eat burger to the steak. That's how I feel. Backpack, no backpack, boom. This is the answer right here.
The Northwest Disc Golf Challenge is presented by Latitude 64, where passion for disc golf meets unparalleled craftsmanship. And supported by Stumptown Disc Golf. Join Stumptown today and become part of the future of Portland disc golf. Welcome back to the Northwest Disc Golf Championship, and you can watch rounds 1 through 3 for free on the Disc Golf Network if you're watching live on YouTube today. Make sure you take advantage of that the rest of the weekend. Gotta love that, Philo. What a benefit, man.
Oh, yeah.
Free disc golf. Who doesn't love that? Paul McBeth. Be closer or farther away, Philo, when you threw it in here?
Hard to say. I would imagine farther. Absolutely farther with that shape. That's looking beautiful.
Oh, let's get flash towards the pin. Out with Tom, Anthony Barella. Barella's been playing out here for a long time. One of his first league cards is back in 2017. This footage courtesy of me. It's kind of fun.
Baby Barella.
Baby. Fun. I walked this hole the other day in front of AB. He aced that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. On my walk around Milo. Not playing this hole this year, but that's a great shot on it. Wow.
That's the way to do it.
He's been making league cards for 8 years already, Philo. And it seems like not even that old.
He's not that old. Still a pup.
Was he like 15 or 16 here?
Somewhere in that range.
He threw a country mile back then, too. Oh my gosh.
Gracious, man. Good old putt.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Not much has changed in that department.
No, still throws a country mile. He just putts really well now. Really well.
Yeah, I'm going to be official with you guys today. Perfect.
Barella 12th on tour when it comes to strokes gained on the putting green. He is definitely putting in the whole game, Philo.
Yeah, he's really putting it together. Last couple of seasons. Can only imagine it's going to continue to tighten up for AB.
So we are headed down to 1 for your second feature card.
It is 3:10 at our 2025 Northwest Disc Golf Championship. It is time for our chase card. First on the tee pad in his 353rd PDGA start from Salem, Oregon, Nate Sexton. Mesa, Arizona. In his 256th PDGA start, Anthony Varela. His 218th start from Lawrenceville, Georgia, it's Ezra Robinson. From Tartu, Estonia, making the 187th PDGA start. Please welcome Albert Kahn.
Nobody with gimmies, but that's about how hole one goes. And down there on the ground is our man Perkins with a walk and talk with Nate Sexton. On you, Perk.
Get him!
All right, Sexton. I've got to actually U.S. Master Daniel Polk playing great. Where does that rank on?
I mean, a huge win. And now I've got to ask you, what are your goals coming in here? You've played 2 events this season, both in the Masters field. You've won both of them. Now you're playing a stacked MPO field. What are the goals?
I just want to have fun. I'm trying to enjoy the time I have left on the Pro Tour. I think the best golf is when I'm having fun, so expectations are not important to me. And I'm just going to try to throw shots that I like to throw, have fun with these great guys, and see how she shakes out.
All right, guys, you heard from Sexton. He's here to have fun, and make sure to go check out his battle for the U.S. Masters title on Ace Run Pro. Thanks, Nate.
Sure thing.
Nice come from behind victory there for Sexton at the Tim Selinsky. They had a rough round 1, but really put it together after that. Birdie putt for Paul on the Philo hole.
Similar spot where we saw Paige Pierce end up this morning, isn't it? Ran it a little bit long, coming
That's
back,
where it was.
circle's edge.
Gotcha. Former Portland Open champion Barella for 2-on-1. Good bid though.
Tough opening hole out here at the Milo Gold Course. 455, very guarded, skinny line to work with. Not a lot of height either out the tunnel. Got to throw a laser beam out there on the frozen rope.
Sexton for birdie. Little fluffy there with the dart. Not to be. Robinson and Tom both have birdie looks on the other side of the tree. Tom's countrymate Mari Vilman grabbing the first Estonian MPO victory.
Yeah, taking down old Nicolas Antila. That's rare on European soil.
Not easy to do. See if Albert can find a window and grab a birdie.
Oh no.
Yeah.
A tester there left for Albert.
That is the Achilles heel for old Albert Tom. The man could throw a disc, Philo.
He certainly can. That's how he got that name, the bazooka.
Yep. Just getting
launch
in
him.
the bucket is the hard part. Robinson, he's a great putter. To grab a stroke on the card.
Easy to suffer the similar fate, and he does. Little tiny slivers trying to poke through that tree, and those two struggle to find one.
It's a great look at the hole from our Flight Factory drone, looking down on the green. Tom now for par. A little tester to start his round.
He said it, man. Early round gut check here. Just enough to crawl over the rim.
Putting, Philo, you make it look so easy, man. It's so nerve-wracking.
Everybody's nervous when they're putting, especially when you're on camera and everybody's watching. Yeah, it's there.
That was a nice par from Robinson. Sexton to follow suit. Make it 3 in a row. Now it's pars around for your second feature card. While they walk over to the Monsters tee pad, let's jump ahead to 9 and check out Paul McBeth. The dream hole. Big downhill shot. Got the river just behind the basket, about 20, 30 feet. The river level is up, too.
Paul's off to a really nice start. Good rhythm here early on. 4 down through 8 holes, 100% in the fairway. 3 for 4 C1X, 3 for 5 from C2.
Okay. So a few months ago, Wysocki tapped in for the birdie on 18 to get to 8. Ty McMahon for the lead, your clubhouse lead. There is Wysocki at the top again. Coriel's having a nice day as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, did finish with a bogey on 18. Had it clean until that point.
Oh, dang. The monster, Sexton, goes to the roller again.
I like this play. Gets you off to the right side of the fairway. Avoids the cluster along the left side. Beautiful execution from Sexton.
Barella. One of the best rollers in the game if he chooses to do so, but his air shots are so great too. You know?
Yeah, I think position is really the prime factor here on the second hole. Sky roller, got to get down. There it is. This could run out a long way.
Looked really good. He's going to beat the second layer.
Oh, almost.
Robinson also thinking roller.
Looks a bit more inside. There you go, get beyond those. You'll have a, ooh, that didn't help. That little nice roll back.
Might have the Annie swing?
Maybe. Hard to say from that
it is.
angle.
Tom. Albert's going to keep it in the air. They are off on the monster. Second shots coming on the other side of this break. We'll see you there.
zero gravity. What now?
I don't know. They have to land at some point.
It's your turn to play like the pros. The Birdie Pro Championship continues. With multiple courses to choose from, it's time to order Birdie Pro today. Can you guess who's been beating these guys? Go to BodaBrothers.com and get Birdie Pro today.
Bend the reality of what a disc can be and discover Ultra Soft plastic. With its extreme flexibility and tackiness, Ultra Soft has the best grip and flex of any plastic Prodigy has ever made. Take on cold or wet weather with confidence behind every shot. We are excited to add 300 Ultra Soft to the lineup, which joins 400 and 500 Ultra Soft. Check out the entire collection today on ProdigyDisc.com or your local retailer.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Welcome back. Sexton is second on hole 2 after the roller goes to the forehand. We saw Tom throw a towering forehand in the picture-in-picture.
That's a great shot. Good setup shot there from Sexton.
McBeth for birdie on 9. Went long and left. And makes the putt, Philo.
Here he comes.
What's he at now?
5 under, I believe.
Through
9.
Wow.
That's a great pace to be on.
Great
and he's
pace.
walking into a whole bunch of birdies.
He is. And he's in your top 10 already. Tied for 8th. Wow.
Seems Pablo's a little fired up on a Thursday afternoon.
I never mind that. Do you?
No. It's necessary if you want to take this tournament down. You got to get off to a really hot start.
A very tough par 3 here. That's very early for Paul.
Punches through, Ian. Oh,
Yeah.
catches one late. Kicks him off to the right.
He'll be way short left, I think.
I think he fought through it a little bit more than it looked.
Really?
I saw him ping pong off something.
All right.
He pressed forward, probably out in the fairway.
Yeah.
Edge of the rough.
That one's such a tough shape to get perfectly. It finishes so straight after you go around a corner.
Lots of angle to start and get it to flatten out and just ride forward. Very particular shot shape at the 10th.
Back on 2, Robinson, his second. Sky Annie or roller again.
That's in trouble, Ian. Great berm there. That saved him.
That was in danger of a cut roll OB.
It certainly was. And that makes this hole so challenging now that that left side's out of bounds. Back in the day, you used to not have to worry about that.
You like that change, Philo?
I actually do, yeah. It constricts these guys, you know. Punishes some errant shots that
you used to get away with a little bit.
Yeah, there's some room off to the left across that cart path for, you know, 5, 6, 7 paces off. Still have an angle.
If you're taking a big number in this hole, there's water right there. Great spot for some instant hydration. You can stay hydrated out there on the course with the best electrolytes on the market. instant hydration. You can use coupon code DGPT for 33% off your order over there at instanthydration.com. I checked it out. They're all sugar-free. You know, nice to get your electrolytes without some extra sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Barella throwing.
Keep running. Keep running. Excellent effort there from AB.
Flying above the monster again with our Fly Factory drone. Clacking this rolls on by. And a reminder, you got coupon code NWDG for 10% off all pre-owned discs over at flightfactorydiscs.com. They got a huge selection of pre-owned plastic there. Make sure you take advantage of that over the weekend. A very long birdie bid for McBeth on 10.
Drop.
On the other side of this break, your world #1 and your feature card. Tackle Riverbend Disc Golf Course. Coming up soon.
Hello, we're Kenna. We're a Dutch growing company. We love plants and we want to tell you some cool things about them. Just like humans, plants can communicate. They can sense when another plant is close. Plants look out for each other too. They warn neighbors about nearby threats by secreting substances. And studies have shown that plants love a good tune. We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
Come over here, like this way. So you're gonna line up straight to the gap also. Go try again.
The discovery of electricity, the first flight, democracy, splitting the atom, computers, modern medicine, space travel, and of course, the Royal Line from Latitude 64.
And welcome back to Disc Golf Network's coverage of the Northwest Disc Golf Championship. We have NXT Bets. Here is your line today, McBeth, 11.5? 11.5.
That's laughable.
Taking the under all day. I do need to remind you, betting on the Disc Golf Pro Tour events is not available in all states and jurisdictions. You can check out nxtbets.com/playdgpt to learn more about gaming options in your area and start playing today. Hurry up and grab that bet while you can. The way Paul's playing right now, looking pretty good. Barella, his fourth. Not the best, but should still work for a par. He was forced to pitch out with his second after that roller tee shot, Philo.
Pinched off bad. That third shot made up a lot of ground.
Let's head back to 1 for your feature card.
It's 3:30 at the 2025 Northwest Disc Golf Championship. We're going to start our feature card off with a ceremonial throw. He's not just a stand-up guy in a snazzy uniform. With a 40 PDGA starts and a 1050 rating, we're right here in Estacada, Oregon, representing the Oregon State Parks. Please welcome our favorite Milo McIver lead ranger, Sam Gibson.
Sam is the man.
Welcome everybody to Milo McIver State Park one more time. Thank you all for being here. And I want to extend a special thanks to all the volunteers and park staff that work every day to make this place as special as it is.
We got him thrown into Champs Chumps we filled out here too one time.
Nice.
Yeah, love that.
Did he lay it down?
Oh yeah, this guy, you can throw.
Smash.
Yeah, right? Not bad for a little two-hand reach back. One of the better, ceremonial throws we've had on the Pro Tour.
That's true. Nice rip.
Form review, Philo. What do you got for us here?
Got the little bunny hop into
he's got the crow
into
hop.
the X step. Yeah, a little smiley face going down there, chopping down, and not too smiley face, just a little choppy down. Not terrible.
Huge thanks to our friends over at Disc Golf Deals for that form review. You can head over to discgolfdealsusa.com. Check out all their gear there. Pictures, scaled weights of every disc, same day shipping. You gotta love it. You gotta love Ganon Buhr too. He's on tee of 1.
Gets sneaky. Looks a little.
That looks so casual.
Oh, really?
A man can move a disc.
I thought that was a little inside, and it just was pushing, pushing, pushing. What a shot.
Blue right there is your tournament director, Jesse Tonino. Fantastic human being, as is Cole. Is it a Cole world this weekend, Philo? We're about to find out.
This would be a great weekend for him. These courses really do shape into his style of play.
One of the biggest arms on tour.
Get through.
From Lawrenceville, Georgia, in his 192nd PDGA start, Isaac Robinson.
A lot of movement.
They don't let you have much, do they, on this one? It's a
Not a lot of the holes out here. It's really not a lot of movement to the shot. It's really about keeping them straight and narrow.
288 PDGA start, Simon Lazat.
There you go, Simon. Had the length. All right, there it is. Just a step outside circle 1 for Simon. We know the magic he can produce.
Yeah, but you never count him out when he's got a sliver. One more look at this Buhr drive that just kept pushing, Philo.
You said it, man. That looked extremely casual for 455. Looked more like 355. Fairway driver for Buhr beats the last fur and trickles right up on the bullseye. What a way to open the round.
Loving that.
He is loving that. That's a rare birdie on the first hole today.
Par putt for AB on 2. Second on tour in scramble percentage. Good job of that right there. Sexton for birdie.
Sexton broke this hole down old school roller off the box, sidearm to get into position, third shot pure right there, and bang, birdie for Sexton.
Great start. Robinson, also a birdie putt. And back on one, Rodolin second.
Ran that a little long, not too bad. 6 meters left for Cole.
Robinson now on the tee of 3. Another dead straight shot, Philo.
There's a bunch of them out here. Even though the hole might seem like it's got a lot of movement and dog leg, most of the shots are relatively straight.
And from Ezra to Isaac we go for his second. That should be good enough for par. He would have liked to drop in though from there. 3 again, Barella.
Starts this out a bit to the left, doesn't drag back to the center. That's going to be a circle's edge-ish look for AB. Just about pin high.
Hole 11, McBeth.
Catches the canopy. That's a long carry.
It's a real long way to the green from there. Yeah. Simon for birdie, back on 1. Looks like Buhr will grab a stroke on the card to open this up. Isaac to keep it to a 1-stroke swing there. Ganon Buhr has some pretty nice Portland feelings after last year, Philo. Won by 8 strokes.
That's an official smackdown.
Yeah. Rodolin walking to his par putt. A little crowded back there. That is the Achilles for Cole. A little off on the approach and a little off on the putt will result in a bogey. That's a birdie, though, for Ganon Buhr. Your world #1, playing like it already.
You can't give him any breathing room or any...
No, doesn't need a cushion.
No, you can't let him see that you're not ready for the task. He's not one of those guys you can allow that to happen, kind of like we see from McBeth and Wysocki when they were the apex predator on tour.
Oh, that putt for eagle.
Oof.
That one, ridiculous.
That's the best break you could possibly get. Oh my goodness.
Your Beaver State Fling champion.
That's the shot we were just looking at McBeth moments ago. The skinny line, perfectly thrown from Ganon. When he's doing stuff like this, what are you gonna do, man?
That was like a 70-footer up the hill.
Just standing there, flinging it.
Standing there.
Like he's tossing a mini to you 5 feet away.
He just has like perfect kinetic linking, It just looks easy, looks smooth, looks like he's not even trying, but the disc just explodes.
That's what the best in the worlds do at all their respective.
So true. Barella finds the pole, not the bucket, on that birdie bid on 3. He'll pick up his 3rd straight par. Second shot McBeth on 11, well back on the fairway after the early tree hit. Can he get it there?
Get through that a little early.
Sometimes
you might find something a little early, right?
Yeah. If you can fight through that first wall, it actually kind of opens up pretty nicely. Buhr on 2.
Big sky roller. Like the angle, this should get off to the right side. Simmer down now. You're fine with that. Really, the first shot's just about staying out of trouble, giving yourself a nice, clean swing. You can get aggressive with the second shot and bite off as much as you can.
Robinson.
Oh, this could be the hot line, Ian. Nope, gonna curl over.
I like the angle on it, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Anything off to the right side.
Simon. See if this can finish not in a bush.
Okay. It's going to be in the center. I don't know if he's lined up on those firs in the center, though. That could make things interesting for Simon if he's too center.
And Radalin. Also a great roller of the disc.
I think Cole's really going to like that. Right center really opens up the gap. Pretty solid group of drives there from the guys.
Robinson to start 2 for 3. He is not missing that putt. Converts nicely.
Accidental throw in here.
11, McBeth again, his third. And he did not get through that wall of trees, unfortunately.
That's a long carry from back there when you hit that canopy. Those two Guardians in the middle. Well outside the 400 marker.
That was a lovely third, though.
So touchy.
No surprise he would go on to make par from there. On hole 4, Robinson. Bogey left, woods on the right. Pick your poison.
That's fine.
Yep.
Short grass along the right side doesn't kill you.
Barella.
This used to be a roller hole back in the day. Tee-pad was closer to that tree that they're swerving around. Conservative throw there from Anthony Barella.
That's the word I was about to use. Interesting.
I think he's really learning the art of discipline.
Yeah.
With all that ability that he has, and learning to tone things down and throw the appropriate shot for the moment and golf his way to victories.
A little tougher when you have more options than the rest of us, you know?
It is tough. That's a hard thing to manage. I could only imagine. I wouldn't know, but just watching it, I could only imagine the struggle of having to tone things down when you've got the ability to really get after it.
Radalin second.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Just want to get away from that tree. Any free swing. I think he's tied up under it a bit there.
Pretty close to it. Buhr set up beautifully for his second. What would you dial up here, Fi?
If I had his sidearm, I'd be looking for that sidearm. Same thing we saw from Sexton just a little while ago. Beat past that 450 marker out there in the fairway. Give yourself a manageable 400-foot drive in. Loving life. Ooh, little inside line. Buhr.
Ooh.
That was gutsy.
I don't know if he meant to cut it that close, but it sure worked. Great shot.
All set up. Got that nice big fairway right down the center of the hole to work with. Tons of space out to the right to sweep in that late skip.
Yeah.
It only get better from here.
Oh, I know.
Robinson looking at his second, right next to the FPO tee pad. Plays 805 to the pin here for Robinson.
Stand up, baby. Come on. Beautiful.
Good dig.
Chip shot from Robinson from that range.
No, it's a heist. Right? Function.
Simon has a line for his second.
There you go. That should swing back. There you go. Friendly sidewalk bounce for Simon. Gets beyond the 450 marker. He should be happy with that.
I thought it was perfect in my hand. You just threw it too powerful. I'm so juiced up.
Nice work from the gallery there to clear out. Give that a chance to have its full finish.
Very much 100%.
Barella.
This is a touchier approach than you might imagine. Need a lot of verticality. There you go. Very steep from AB on the sidearm.
Good for green. There is OB long on the same Sexton. That's a shot you really got to practice, Philo. So blind.
It's blind. It's all about feels. Just seeing the angle up there in the air and just trusting your hand to find it.
12, McBeth.
This is one of the tougher par threes to get all the way up the hill on. Paul McBeth leaving himself right around edge of circle 2. It's a good open look from there.
Has a tunnel off the tee, and then it just starts going uphill. Robinson cutting the corner. Oof, it worked.
Yeah, a little dangerous throwing through those limbs.
Very much so. Rodalin, his third.
Back just a little bit.
I didn't want to say it, Ian.
Yeah.
It wasn't shaping up to be successful there.
No, just too much.
Asking
lean.
for too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a high difficulty of a shot. Now he's blocked up by another bush out there in the fairway. You'd like to see him lay that one up and just play for his par instead of forcing the issue.
That was a low percentage look to get in there for birdie, right?
Yeah, just patent pending standing, trying to get a roller down. Body's on the complete wrong axis. Now you're going to see him be all tangled up over there along the left side.
Yeah. It's a tough start for Oregon's own Cole Rodalin. Burr, his third. Loving this?
Yeah, hard to drop a disc in a better spot. That tunnel looks massive right now for Burr. Well inside 450. He's probably in the 360 range. Fairway driver, I'm guessing. Smokes it down the tunnel.
Edge of circle. Tough look, though.
Good tree to slow him up. That
Yeah.
thing had some heat on it.
Hopefully. I feel like it's probably got to cut something.
You think?
I'll take a putt, though. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much.
No, that was a good shot.
Tom on 4. Great putt from Albert. Started with 3 pars on holes 1, 2, 3. And cleans up nicely here on 4. Back flying above the monster. Third shot for Simon, is it?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Roller worked out. Sidearm got him to here. Got a couple options for Simon. Could go big turnover, which it looks like is what he's lining up. Rollers worked in the past for people. Sidearms, standard Anheuser here. Catching some limbs, coming up a bit short. Imagine circle 2 for Simon.
Vincent on 4, putting for birdie.
That'll be a circle's edge comebacker the other way.
From Ezra to Isaac, his 3rd on hole 2 after 2 good ones.
Man, it's such a great angle to be throwing that 3rd shot in. Big angle to work with. Sweeping hyzer, big skip. Also too much heat.
Ian Buhr right on circle's edge. Not taking advantage there, Philo.
Not at all.
Yeah, kind of funny. Cannon's disc is like in the tree, Philo.
He's in there. Yeah. That's going to be very awkward.
Where are you going to mark that then? You put the mini down, stick a foot in, I guess?
Yeah, I guess he will. He'll find something.
The man's tall at least. He's got that going for him. Barella. Birdie putt. That gets AB on the board today. 1 down through 4. That Tom putt we saw was for par, if you were curious. McBeth on 12 for birdie. This is a good separator, Phi.
Strokes on, folks. No.
What a drive that was, too.
I think the wind just got him. Just the tiniest little slam of a tailwind on him there.
Coming back for par is Robinson on 4. He does that nicely from circle's edge. And Sexton to go 2 down through 4. Papa Sexton, he's doing it. The man plays Milo well.
Steady as he goes. That's what you need out here. Nothing flashy.
Oregon's own Dustin Keegan in your top 10 right now.
Oh, he knows this place well, too.
Yes, he does.
Another Oregon native.
We even left out a couple good Oregon finishers. I can remember McBeth chasing down Schusterich. I think it was 15 or 16. He eagled 2 of the final 3 holes to chase him down, Philo.
Must have been 15.
15 then? Yeah, I think you're right.
We all know it happened in 16, and that did not happen that year.
Yeah. Simon for birdie. Oh, my goodness.
Almost sprinkled some magic on that circle 2 fairway bid. Oh, that's what it was.
Going in.
The tickle.
Trying to channel some of that magic he had at the Cascade Challenge final round. Had 2 fairway makes. This 15
day, yeah, that was on the 15th hole. Just walk it in.
Blind putt from the fairway. Just drops it home. Sounds amazing.
That was to keep him in the battle, man. He was doing everything he could to take it as far as he could, put that pressure on AB to get it to the clubhouse.
What a back 9 from AB that tournament, though. That final round back 9 was unbelievable compared to the rest of the field, right?
Not just that, but for AB in general. How many times have we seen him struggle to get things, down the home stretch, having some tough Sundays last few seasons, but to really show up and play that way on a final 9 stretch. Whew.
Perk, how is Ganon going to take this lie here for his birdie putt? Looks like he was almost in the tree.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. He's climbing in there backwards and doing his best not to obstruct the bush too much. And honestly, if he's going to a knee, and I don't know if there's anyone better from a knee, looks like he's just inside the circle, so I don't think he can fall forward. He's going to have a clean stroke, though. Might have to shorten it just a hair. It's up, and it is in. just business on the green. He's aware that this is what's been keeping him from the winner's circle, and he's been working on it. He said 300 putts a day.
Wow. I mean, dude, he's right. At Cascade Challenge, Philo, he had some uncharacteristic misses. You know?
He did. Those things happen. I
Yeah.
think when you're a player of that caliber, you don't let it weigh on you too much. He's made plenty of big putts in big situations. Just kind of have to let it go, move on, get back to work.
Robinson can't find the birdie on hole 2. That'll be a par start for Isaac. This is a double bogey for Cole Radal and a nightmare start for your hometown tournament. Hopefully you can pick it up here quick, though. The talent level is high there. Par putt for Robinson. And that's a par for Simon as well. Barella, tee of 5. My gosh. Look like he barely threw it again.
It's true.
And that was hammered down the fairway.
And he like dropped the disc like in probably the best spot ever.
Yeah.
One of the best spots.
Robinson.
Little bit of movement to the right.
Oh.
All right. Gets out.
Oh.
A little bit more right than you'd like, but out in the open.
Yeah, workable for sure. 13, McBeth. He has ace this one, 2014 Worlds.
That's not the line.
That is not the ace line. Or the birdie line. Well, it's the circle 2 putt at least.
He's due.
Yeah, he is. And we're going to flash back to that Paul McBeth ace. Here it is. That's the no reaction ace too.
World's face for your ace. Bang.
But watch this walk off right here. Nothing. Little finger blow.
Yeah, that was this ain't over.
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
He did every one of those strokes too.
Yeah, he did.
Buhr, 3. What a shape from Ganon.
Oh, man, you don't really see many people going basket height past that target.
That is 400 feet on a rope. And uphill a little bit the whole way too, huh?
Slightly carries uphill.
Yeah.
Usually feels a little headwindy as well.
Yeah. Robinson.
Look at this, Ian. Perfect shot. You live with that all day.
Lazat.
Hustle back in time. Look at this late fade for Simon. Crawls up the hill into the bullseye. What a shot.
Robinson, Ezra, his second on 5. A little tight on the angle here. He's going to need to put some ante on this.
What a shot. What a second.
Amazing. Barella, like you said, Philo, how about this drive?
Yeah, this is great. Opportunity here if he feels like getting a little aggressive to even try to stab this in for eagle. Very nice backdrop here to fire in. There we go. It's got some heat on it. Stay in the air. Woo!
A little tree tickle away from finding the home. Amazing. McBeth for birdie on 13, circle 2.
That's been what's been killing him. That shallow circle 2 look for McBeth the last few tournaments and did a lot of that.
Back to 5 for Sexton in second. He's going to trust a forehand out over the OB road.
we go. Never in danger of touching the ground. OB, beautiful shot from Sexton.
Should be 3 down through 5.
Great start.
The man knows how to play Milo, Philo. Few better. Knows really how to pick it apart. Where to pick your spots, where to attack, where to lay up. Buhr went long off the tee, coming back for birdie. To say perfect on the round.
I see. Look out field, here he comes.
And this was just a moment ago. Redolin to grab one of those strokes back. One bogey double. Yes, he does.
Nice bounce back.
Yeah, maybe that can kickstart the rest of his round. Claw his way back in this thing. 4-round tournament. A lot of golf left. Oh, Robinson.
Ouch.
We don't miss those.
So rare.
Very.
Oh, Ian, Ganon's the only cat to go.
Was he really?
1, 2, 3 to start today.
Okay. Simon drops in the birdie. A disappointing par for Robinson after just a beautiful drive.
The shape was spot on.
It was.
Surprising to see him miss from 5-6 meters away.
Quite. Taking a peek at your top 10. There's McBeth in there. Bradley Williams, he plays well at Milo as well. He's made Beaver State League cards before. And who can forget the Corey Ellis basket malfunction Philo from out here a couple years ago. Oh, heartbreak.
I don't like thinking about those moments.
No, sorry. Barella coming back for birdie. No. The aggression with his second does cost him. So Barella will be 1 down through 5. McBeth, he's on the tee of 14. And this is also a hole Paul McBeth has aced. With a backhand.
Oh, he's trying to get some more drift. A late tree kick to the right. No, slows him down.
Let's fly hole 4 here, Philo.
Classic Milo McIver hole here. Used to be 18 west, right?
Yep.
18 west on the split layout. I like this. This is all about placement. Get something right center fairway. You don't have to, kill it out there. Just push it out there. Good 380, 375. Give yourself an angle. You saw the plays from the group a little while ago. Big spiking hyzer with the sidearm really seems to work the best. Kind of a button hook backwards, it feels like when you're out there in the fairway. Really fun design. Blind landing zone, blind corner. It's all about feel, touching, knowing what you're going for, feeling it out. Look how tight that green is these days. Right around circle. That's not a lot of space for those guys to work with. Well thought out. Nicely shaped up this year.
Yeah, really kind of a unique hole on tour, honestly. Don't see this shape often. Or it almost goes backwards at the end there.
It does kind of feel like you're going backwards a little bit. It's really what makes that second shot so interesting. And you see how tight it is on the green there.
Looking down from our Flight Factory drones, their feature car makes their way to the tee. And jumping back to the green of 5 for Sexton's birdie putt. And that 3 for 5 start. As expected, Sexton converts. It's a par for AB. Disappointing start for him. Ezra Robinson drop in birdie.
That second shot was spectacular.
Buhr 4.
Yeah, it's okay to be conservative here. Short par 4.
Yeah, just 635 as a par 4.
There's really no need to get aggressive. If any mistake's going to feel like you're beating yourself twice. Either you're going to end up into the thick stuff on the right side, or you throw it OB left and in scramble mode. So unnecessary.
Simon.
Get a little kick out. Ooh, retreats into the woods. Hopefully not too far.
Rudalin. Letting out some aggression, laying down the roller.
He beats the corner. This could be great. Looks a tiny bit early, Ian.
Sure does.
That's not so bad. It's going to be a little tricky, but not so bad for a long guy like him.
He almost got that around the corner.
So close.
Wow. Robinson coming off the short birdie miss, back on 3. Give it enough height. And turned on 1.
That was huge.
McBeth birdie putt on 14. He is short and right. What a lane in. That looks so good.
Just slides by on the strong side.
My goodness.
It was shaping.
Perk, not bad for a Thursday gallery, man. Talk about that down there.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, this is one of the hubs of disc golf in the entire world, really, and there's no chance that they're going to miss Milo even on a Thursday, and they were rewarded. You know, it was a little misty this morning, and now it's just blue skies. Just saw a bald eagle flying over the edge of the Clackamas. It's a perfect day for disc golf.
Love that. Yes, it is. Perk, did you get a look at that Simon line? Did that get too deep into the woods, or is he still in business here?
Yeah, he's on the edge. Not a great look, but should have a clean throw, and he's going to be in between that steep forehand or, you know, what we saw from Paige Pierce this morning, just kind of a putter that kind of gets up and stalls.
Burr's second is away and spiking.
Yeah, good.
See one? I got a clock from the one guy up there.
Big crack. The spotter's holding flags. He can't. Definitely a big crack.
Here's what Perkins was talking about.
Yeah, so he is going with this Anheuser. It's tricky. You just can't read it, and that is just magic. I mean, right when it gets to pin high, it just starts reflying toward the buckets inside the bullseye.
Unbelievable from Simon.
That was super cool.
The touch and the angle control.
That's why we're watching him.
Yeah, you called it, man.
Absolutely incredible with the putter in his
Look at
hand.
this banana shot, man. Wow.
It's like a beach shot, you know, throw it up there in the wind and just watch
MTA?
that thing pan out and slide, dip. So cool.
In the bullseye from, you can't even see it.
Oh boy.
Sexton, 3 through 5, T of 6. This is not the T of 6.
Yep. Moved it straight on now. It used to be the dogleg par 4.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Shoot it up around the corner, drop it in the fairway, and throw it into the prettiest green in disc golf.
Yeah, we played the par 4 this morning, which...
Now the Jack's got the 455, I believe it is, straight down the hill. Similar distance to hole 1, but not so much leafage in the way to ruin your throw. Nice ceiling to work with. Going to the hyzer flip, flipping too much for Mr. Robinson.
It should stay out of that OB trench at least.
Got a green flag.
Yep. All right, back to 4. Robinson. What an air shot that was to get that far, Philo.
Man, he was halfway down the hill. Nice little layup there for Robinson.
And Dalton's roll almost made the corner. This is second.
Just don't catch an edge. There you go. Looked a little scary for a second, but not the worst edge. Good effort there from Cole.
So if Cole's doing well, we call it a Cole world.
That's right.
If Ganon's doing well, is it a cold world?
It's an icy world, man. An ice storm. No.
Oh.
Cole, heavy splash out on the strong side. Still struggling.
Robinson will not miss 2 of these in a row. Birdie putt to get on the board today.
Goodbye.
Burr, 4 down through 4.
Nice. That's a must get.
Yeah.
What a start for Ganon, man.
That's not much now. It's just a regular basket for you.
Not even a third of the way through the course, and he's already cut the lead in half.
There was no elevator. There was nothing on Monday.
Monday.
That was my only
Trying to repeat last year's greatness.
Well, he's off to a great start if that's his plan.
It's a pretty good plan.
Not a whole lot of danger to be had until you get to the latter part of the back 9, really, in my opinion, on this course.
McBeth, 15. Another very unique shot, and that's unwinding
Way early.
way early.
Wow, that's a big miss from Paul. That's got to be on Anheuser the whole time. There's your target.
He might go around the outside with his second there. Oof. Sexton for birdie on 5. Busting out the dart. See if we can line up 180 right here.
Oh!
My goodness.
Almost.
Great effort there from Sexton's full straddle out. Catching some weak side chains. Almost got that center enough to drop.
The tip of the dart sliding through the felt, Philo. You hate to see it. 5, Burr. He's out. Enough off the tee. Lazat next.
Beautiful. I really love the way that the disc follows the line of Simon's feet. And he's working his way up that right side of the fairway. He's shading his body off to that right side and drawing that line with his toes. Disc follows the way.
Isaac on the board after the birdie on 4.
There you go. It's out. It's clean.
Yep.
Clean swing.
Taking a look at our birdie zone here on hole 5. It's a kind of a small one, Philo.
Yeah, and it requires you to throw a laser beam that's about 4 feet off the ground. Small little bubble out there in the fairway.
Photo Brothers is offering free shipping during the tournament. Order today. Board games bring us together like the flight of a flip up to straight hyzer, plus free shipping. Did I mention free shipping during the tournament? They really wanted me to mention free shipping, Philo.
Free shipping.
Free shipping. Let's go. It is a really fun board game. Give it a chance, guys. Barella on the green of 6. Believe this to be a birdie putt.
Nice.
That is a good 2 to get.
Indeed it is. Guarded green on that par 3 with that OB Creek right in front. Easy to trickle in there.
Bradley Williams continuing the strong play, 7 down, 312.
Yeah, he's on a little bit of a heater right now. Birdied 3 in a row, 10, 11, 12. Good way to start the back 9 for Bradley Williams. We'll keep an eye on him.
Awesome. AB, tee of 7, 420-foot downhill hole. It is a tough get, Philo.
Yeah, a lot of guys went to the roller back into the day. AB trying to get skinny, missed those late limbs. Does he do it?
Tough to tell.
He had the right shape in mind.
Sexton on the same.
Oh, that's weak. Probably pretty safe over.
Yeah, he called it a little early on the fade. Big bounce out to the left for Sexton. We'll see what he's got working there in a minute.
Robinson throwing a second on 5 over the OB road. Whew. Thought that had a chance for a second.
Split second, I thought so as well. Inside circle 1 for Robinson.
Nice, done. Burr to keep it going, 4 down through 4.
All set up.
Sure is.
I mean, Mark, there's just an invisible hole right around kind of flank.
Decent, but not great, Philo. That's circle 2.
I hope that didn't dry up out in circle 2. He had such a great line into the target. You would like to see that thing curl up inside circle 1, perhaps bullseye. Perhaps his first tester of the day.
Simon, his second. Testing the window and the ceiling, but fights through. That's quite a bit short, though, huh?
Yeah, 40 feet, I'm guessing, for Simon left.
Burr, they've got in circle 2, Philo, at 46 feet.
Misfire there from Burr and from Lazat.
Yeah.
Perfectly in the fairway, unable to take advantage.
McBeth in the woods for his second on 15. He's going to have to go out and around, it looks like. Yeah. I mean, all things considered, that's not a bad spot. Yeah. Ezra's approach on 7 is good enough for par. Bradley Williams we have caught up with. He's on the tee of 13.
See if Bradley Williams can avoid the curse of the camera.
A little underturned.
Yeah, you'd like to see that drift a little bit to the right.
And we are back with Sexton just short of the green on 7.
Perhaps a little sliver of a window top right corner there for Sexton.
Huh. That'd be cheeky.
Does well to fight through. I could have easily kicked down right to the left and all kinds of obstructed.
Birdie putt for Buhr cannot stay perfect. That one kisses off the chains. Simon's just a couple feet closer. They've got him at 46 feet.
I never had a chance either. You kind of tell the hand never got on center line. Just a little bit early on the let go there for Simon.
So Robinson walking to a putt to grab a stroke on the card, as everyone else is doing par or worse.
There you go, get him off the schneid.
Putting back on track for Robinson. Actually, 2 in a row, Philo.
Oh, you are correct. My fault.
No worries. There's the par for Simon. This is a bogey coming for Dolan after the Buhr par. We'll skip that. You know what happens. Barella for birdie on 7. Yes!
Hi, birdie.
Strokes on both. Did that make?
That is such a good get on 7. I checked earlier today. There's like 9 birdies on it. I can't imagine there's many more now.
There, and then back, stop.
So what's the timing here?
In 3, 2.
Hey, Paul! Good to see you.
Hey.
Latitude 64º boys down here. Just finished checking out the time you have, and everything is A-okay.
Hey, Jonathan, catch.
Huh?
Jonathan, we're getting an anomalous critical failure on your suit. Could you please confirm status?
Sorry, man.
There's a place where the game meets the extraordinary. Eagles Crossing Disc Golf, a realm of lush fairways and peaceful woods, where every hole offers a new chapter in your adventure. Explore this one-of-a-kind disc golf property that boasts not 1, but 2 championship-level courses. Eagles Crossing is where your perfect round begins. Book your tee time online at eaglescrossingdiscgolf.com.
My name is Garrett Gerthy, also known as Double G, and I'm the founder of Double G Craft Jerky.
Double G Craft Jerky is an awesome snack when you have a hankering on the course. You need a little something to pick you up out there so you can really get after a drive or finish on a putt and capitalize.
When you're playing a disc golf round and you're hungry and you don't have a snack on the course, you start to lose focus, you start thinking about what am I going to eat for dinner. With Double G Craft Jerky, that's not a problem.
Hi, my name is Garrett Gerthy, and I use the Double G Compact Cart. I choose the Compact Cart because I don't use too many discs in competition. The Compact Cart is just the perfect amount of discs. It's nice to have a small compact cart. It's lighter, it's maneuverable, and with the materials being nice and weather resistant, this cart is absolutely perfect. I'd recommend the Compact Cart for juniors, beginners, and mold minimalists.
Let's go back to hole 6 after a mash from AB and a nice drive from Sexton. Robinson, Isaac.
Waiting for that late fade. Taking a while.
That OB might be in play there. You guys get the green flag. Buhr. Coming off his first par of the day, back on 5.
Hold on to that line. There you go, on the safe side for Ganon.
I'm waiting for it.
Good shot. Oh.
Oh.
All right. I thought that was turning into a disaster there for Simon. That line was crispy clean.
It was. Thankfully, you know, fell safe, and he's got a green light on the putt, too.
Facts.
Yeah. And after airball in the last one, I like his chances here for a redemption. Flying above beautiful Milo McIver State Park. And I've always been told this. They were trying to make a golf course out here, right, Philo?
That's what I heard. This place was supposed to be cut for a golf course many, many years ago, and I guess it was abandoned, and we got fortunate enough to take use of this amazing facility and quickly became a favorite.
Yeah, it did. You can kind of see the golf fairways out there. You know, like
yes, you can.
Hole 2, we just saw hole 11. Here's another one right here. Sexton second on 8. This is going to be a play just at the top of the hill, though.
Yeah. Get up on the plateau, give yourself an angle. Great shot there from Sexton.
He's going to be playing his plan right there, you know. Williams for birdie. That was for the outright lead, but not to be. Simon, birdie putt. Closer to the fairway than circle 1's edge. We've got this at 67 feet.
Whoa, what is that, dude?
Having a hard time putting the pieces together. Those rangy putts.
Par putt for Williams on 14 does the job.
How about that? Good park job. Is that mid?
Yeah. Technically 4-speed, but you know. Okay.
I believe they are all waiting on Cole here to act. So they are waiting for Isaac, it turns out, who is in circle 2 and went long of the OB there, Philo. Lucky.
Now he's going to have to get creative and find a little gap.
Birdie putt for Buhr to get back on the birdie train. And you get within 3 of the lead after 6.
To his birdieing ways, Ganon Buhr collects another one. 5 down.
It's a cold world, Philo.
It's very, very chilly.
Rodalin, this for par. Par putt for Simon as well. And up the hill after the Robinson par.
So cold it burns, huh?
I guess. There you go, man. It burns. Hole 8, Ezra.
Oh, look at this now. Is it going to get there? No. Catches the wall into the jungle.
What a drive from Barella.
You don't see many people get here off the tee. This is insane range off the box. Gonna have to get super creative with the angle here. He's so close.
Right into the
It
guardian.
did get through. Might work out.
Oh.
A little short. There you go. Just at the corner. Should be able to stretch out and scramble that par up. It's better than where the Robinson shot ended up. You're on the backside of that. Oof.
Very true. That second shot seems familiar.
Harder than it looks. Yeah, look how far back I am from where he is, man. It's like 150 feet at least. Yak.
It goes in every time we watch that clip.
That's right.
I'm still amazed, man.
Me too, man. It's
a young Rick right there. I think Sexton's on the card right there with you.
Crabtree.
Kyle Crabtree. Speaking of Sexton, his third. Going to the dart.
There you go. Layup achieved.
T of 7. Buhr gets this one. Watch out. Course record incoming. Interesting forehand play, Philo.
Not even going after, just bailing out there to the right. 100 feet away. Interesting.
Perk, what do you make of that play there for Buhr? Was that an angle miss, or is that just a play for the 3? Apologies, we did lose Perk right now. We'll check in with him shortly, though. Isaac.
Classic approach at it, going for the S turn that gets that late ground play. Just a little bit too much slide to the right there for Robinson.
Lazat. 2 down through 6 for Simon. It's a clean 2, though.
There you go. Press that nose down towards the ground, looking for that overstable skip. Did not come back into frame. Out there in circle 2 for Simon as well.
On 8, Barella his third.
Oh, what an effort from Anthony.
Good line, dude. I was believing.
So was I.
Williams. He's on 15's tee. That's that towering Anheuser. A really unique shape to throw.
Yeah, man. Imagine this being the first shot of the day on a Sunday,
It
you know,
used
to
to
try
be.
to win the tournament. Big, lazy Anheuser, blind. Such a specific shot. Got to throw it a bunch of times to really get the feel and then match the right disc to the shape of the swing. Bradley does it better than most. Gives himself a shallow circle 2 look.
I like that one. Ezra, he's on 8. It's a long look at birdie.
Tried to swing it in. Just a little late on the fade for Ezra.
Peeking in on 7's green. Perk, does anyone happen to have a look into this really guarded green on 7?
Yeah, nothing too great. Ganon's off on the right side with the closest look, but it's one of those just steep Anheuser putts that, 1 out of 10 chance. This is just such an elusive birdie.
Yeah, it really is. Such a very specific shape to throw. I feel like you got to get a little lucky late, too. Yeah, Perk, what did you make of that forehand play we saw from Buhr? Was that a play for par or just like an underturn on a flex line?
No, he's definitely not playing it for par. I actually, as he was coming off the pad, I asked him what gap he's going for, and he's trying to throw straight at the pin and let the forehand bleed a little in front of that center tree, go to the left of it. He said in practice the forehand was working more often than the backhand. And here's Simon. Can he spin one in, up and over the bush? He can. He's good for it. What a look. Seemed to hang in the air forever. Those pixel putts are just too much fun to watch.
Simon from 58 feet spins it home. One more look at this. Nate called it. This thing just hung in the air forever and drops home beautifully. Simon was due for one of those. Robinson, can he follow suit? He cannot. Isaac was also out in that 50-foot range. So after Simon grabbed the birdie, we have 3 more pars coming up for the rest of the feature card. On 15, Williams looks at birdie for the solo lead. It's an honest effort from Williams, but it will be a par. We are on hole 9 with Barella. Going downhill off the cliff. Burrell leaves it high and pays the price, but leads us in the fairway.
That was looking really nice for a split second there, Ian. Caught one of those old ninja branches.
Sexton.
Sexton going to the sidearm. Such a difficult shot. This shot dragging away. Also catching a limb up in the canopy. Out there 125 feet away or so.
Robinson.
Was that a tree direction?
I kind of think it was Philo. This could be headed for the water. Oh, another tree help.
Circle's edge look off to the left. Favorable.
Yeah. Let's take one more look at this Robinson drive. Did he get a little tree direction? Yes, 100%. Wow. That was a disaster. And what a kiss. Whew. We've seen some friendly kicks at Milo today, I'll tell you.
Last couple of weeks.
Yeah. On 8, Lazat sends it around the corner.
I like that angle. Get that thing to the left edge as much as possible. Beautiful shot from Simon.
Buhr. Cool look down from our Flight Factory drone at this Buhr rip.
Yeah.
There you go. From left to center. You like that?
Right next to Simon.
See how he created that angle on the tee box and just shaped his body the direction he wants the disc to go? That's a huge part. The same thing here for Robinson. Tiniest bit of stand up out of that, but dragging left nicely.
16 Williams. A very tricky par 3, Philo.
If you got a roller, this would be a great place to use it. It's so hard to get there with the air shot, just casting it up into the limbs and praying. That's exactly what Bradley Williams is doing here. Big, high sky anhyzer. They like it up there.
They do. That's a good sign. Sexton on 9, his second. Gallery and Card making their way up the fairway of 8. Scores are tight out here, day 1, Philo.
Maybe if you want to consider Ganon Buhr's score, I wouldn't say so. He's still got some room to do some damage out here to the field. Not even through the first 9. Already just a couple of strokes off the leading score at the moment.
Our second feature card playing well is 2. 3 of those guys are 3 down.
It's a solid number so far. Taking a look. Seems like the majority of the field's had a lot more success on the front 9 than the back 9. Just scanning and scouring a little bit. Not saying some people haven't figured out that final stretch, but the majority have not.
Barella, his second on 9. You saw the drive catch the ceiling. Just scrambling at this point, and he's done that nicely. Here, one of your co-leaders, Bradley Williams. He has a C1 putt coming up for the solo lead.
Another savvy veteran pops into your top 10, and Paul Ulibari shooting 7 for 13 so far. Clean.
Wow. Buhr's second on 8.
Over it.
I saw a tickle. That killed the speed. It's down. This is why I keep yelling about getting to the left side every time you're like in the center or to the right. The angle is so much more difficult to shape it up. See Ganon trying to do the math there, trying to add more elevation and more angle, trying to sweep it in there. It's tricky.
Simon is ready for his second now.
Doesn't have the length, Ian.
Sounded like not quite.
Right on the edge. Okay. I thought it was stalling a little early.
Yeah, it looked like it. It was so high. But coming off that great make on 7, Philo, let's see if you can back it up with another good one here.
There you go. It's only 40 feet or so.
Yeah, shorter than the putt he just made.
This is the angle you want.
Does this kind of make the gap bigger or the shape easier? What's the...
Both.
Both? Okay.
Yeah, it makes the gap, if you're going for the ante, a lot softer. You don't have to put quite as much yank on it. It even kind of opens up the hyzer route if he wants to shave it around the right side of that pine tree in the center. It's option.
I think we've seen that from McMahon in the past before, when he's had a towering drive.
Robinson.
Oh boy, headed early into the corner. It's not as thick as you might think, though. Half the time they punch through type of thing.
Depends on how early you hit.
Yeah.
You know, if you get most of the way there, it can be okay. If you come up super early, it's tough.
For the solo lead, Williams on 16's green.
You could tell that was a push.
On 10, Barella.
Get on edge and skip. Anthony Barella hits the hot line. Slides up on circle 1. What a drive.
Using every inch of that fairway on the right side. Awesome stuff.
did.
Sexton. Love to bite that off if he could.
Sidearm.
Sidearm?
Such a lot of trust for this swing.
The shape is definitely there, though, no?
Takes a little extra work, in my opinion. Here it comes. Look at this shape. Sexton squeaking through. What a
Let's
shot.
go.
Wow.
The road less traveled.
No doubt. Like, how often do you even see this shot on this hole?
I don't think I ever have, actually. Have you?
Look at this guy creeping over the crest of the hill by inches.
We used to see the forehand around the outside line, the big Spikeiser line, you know? But never this. This is crafty vet play, and it only took him one shot to find the bullseye. Sexton. Awesome. You can head over to oneshotenergy.com. Use coupon code DGBT for 25% off your order there. Got a wide variety of energy chews, throat lozenges, all kinds of great stuff there. That's oneshotenergy.com. 1 the number. Robinson.
It's stable.
Skip in.
Perfect. 2 ways to do it.
Man, this
Hyzer stand up, overstable, that unravels right on time, and that was the second option.
For his third. And circle 2 for par coming up to keep the scorecard clean.
Is that a lefty?
That's a driver. Driver putt.
I thought you like freaking
Yeah?
lefty forehand for a second. I couldn't see you. Shot.
Calvin Heiberg's out here on the course. It's a great picture.
Mer.
Mer?
Mer. You don't say.
Keeping it clean through 11 so far, and just a couple off the lead. You like his chances anywhere. He's coming off a nice win in Vegas, right?
Yes, sir.
Dustin Keegan, Oregon's own, in your top 10. Here he is on 18 and a putt for par.
A little quiet finish there for DK. I'm sure we'll see him battling it out tomorrow, the rest of the weekend.
You looking at Robinson back there, Philo?
I believe so.
Yeah, there is the man. Let's see if he found a thin part or a thick part of the rough over here. Perk, you got to look at this for Robinson.
Yeah, it's not great. He's trying this little horseshoe on the right side, almost like a little putt, but he has to reach out further than normal. Gets it through. Well done. He'll have a circle's edge look for the par.
Okay. Bull's been beat up enough. Enough people have made that mistake that it's starting to get a little hair. Not easy, though. Simon for back-to-back birdies and back-to-back stroke on the card holes. Air ball left from Lazat.
Yeah, hole 8 just playing a tiniest tick over par this afternoon. Not too many competitors finding the bogeys.
Buhr to keep it clean and stay within 3 of the lead.
Tiniest bit too much want there from Buhr. First blemish of the day. Imagine that's got to be the only one. Most of the rest of the competitors on top of the leaderboard, bogey-free efforts this afternoon.
Robinson, Isaac to save par.
No. Uncharacteristic putting from some world beaters out here this afternoon.
Yeah, Simon and Isaac both looking a little off on the putting green. Radalin. And a par for Cole. We'll stick him at 3 over on the day so far. On the way back is Simon for par. A bogey for Buhr, his first of the day. Sliding back to 4 under through 8. Barella, birdie putt on 10.
There you go. Step through right down the center.
Dropping the hammer, Philo.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome. Williams, he's on the tee of 17. It's a dog leg left. You're going up the hill with your second. Just getting around the corner is the job off the tee.
A little tickle there, perhaps, but that looked pretty clean from Bradley Williams. Should be in position.
Sexton. Birdie.
Man,
what a drive.
That's definitely in the OTB shot of the day category there for Sexton. That's, like you said, man, the route less traveled.
Yeah.
The, margin for error there was practically 0. That was insane.
This is the 3rd shot for Paul McBeth on 18.
Attacking the island green. Paul McBeth with the touch.
Awesome shot.
Step off the bullseye.
From one Paul to another. McBeth, the Ulibari.
Look at that scorecard. That's got to feel good for Mr. Ulibari. Been a hot minute since he's popped off like that.
Yeah. We've got a 4-way tie at the top of the Northwest Disc Golf Championship.
Hey everyone, Ganon Buhr here, and I want to invite you to compete in the Power Disc Golf Academy Championship Series. This is the only professional and amateur nationwide disc golf series, and everyone is welcome to compete. Qualifier events will be held in cities across North America. If you place high enough at a qualifier event, you'll earn the invitation to compete in our championship event at Eagles Crossing Disc Golf Course. Scan this QR code for dates and locations of the qualifying events. We hope to see you there.
Some of my favorite discs in my bag are the A-Series discs. They're the ones I lean on to get close to the basket. These are torque-resistant discs, provide a consistent fade at the end of the flight. The best way to find your flight is to get out and use these discs yourself.
Yeah, sure.
If you design, if you test, if you manufacture, there is only one technology partner you need. TriMet Group is the leading provider of design, engineering, and manufacturing solutions for thousands of companies across North America and Europe. Innovation starts here. TriMetGroup.com.
And welcome back. McBeth, birdie putt on 18 to get to 6. That's just 2 off the lead. What an approach to stick that island, Philo. It's so tough.
Hey, man, you are not lying.
Yeah. The bark is so slippery. It's so narrow. Really impressive. Barella on 11. Cut swing out the gap. He's in business.
Sets up wonderfully for the sidearm in.
Simon. We're on a tee of 9, throwing down the hill towards the Clackamas.
That has the right shape. Just touches earth a little early.
Buhr looking to bounce back from his first bogey of the day on 8.
Hanging on a little too long, Ian.
There is not a putt over there.
Yep. I'd like to see that fade about 50 feet earlier.
Robinson, Isaac.
This would be a great place for a straight thrower to get a birdie. Oh, here it comes, Ian. There we go.
Nice bounce back for Isaac after his bogey on 8. Should get it back to 2 under on the day after a great drive.
There's no joking around about the line Isaac threw on that drive. Nose straight down towards the ground. That was wonderful.
On 11, Sexton.
A little pinched off out there, trying to fight his way back into contention. Likely par from the fairway coming up.
Second shot for Williams on 17 as Taylor Chosek looks on. She was briefly your leader this morning on the FPO side.
I was watching, yeah. She had it going on for a minute there and had a hard time getting it to the clubhouse.
Yeah, a little double bogey on 18, but she was 4 under at one point. She's got game, Philo. It was impressive what we saw.
Yeah, I saw some really good stuff from her this morning.
Williams is shaping. Slightly
Got
short
a little
right.
slide. He might be, circle's edge off to the right.
Yeah. Barella's second on 11. Like Philo mentioned, setting up beautifully for his forehand.
Punch through there.
Oh, it was early.
A little early. Circle's edge putt should be pretty clean for AB, actually.
Yeah, he snuck in nicely. 13, Calvin Heimberg. It's been too long since we've seen this guy.
Facts.
Took a little tour break to head to Vegas to grab that A tier.
Sidearm chip shot, playing it around the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Sound like Zacharias Johnson.
Oh, that's who that was, yeah. Ezra Robinson on 11, doesn't like it, and you can see why.
Super early.
For the solo lead, Williams did finish short right on 17.
A bit of a runoff here. It doesn't matter. Bradley Williams. Let's go.
Solo leader with 1 to go, round 1.
Couple of wily vets top your leaderboard right now. This one of them right here, Bradley Williams and Paul Ulibari battling it out, trying to get it to the house.
Simon on 9. Oh, just a kiss of the chains.
Just a tiny bit more speed. And that sticks for Simon.
And maybe Buhr finds a putt over there. It's not common, though. It's just so blocked up over there. Perk, does he have a lie at all? Ganon?
He has absolutely nothing. He knows it. He's walking up to it, just going to lay this up.
Yeah, you miss long and right on this one. It just gets totally blocked up.
It's a big tree.
It is.
A couple of big trees, rather.
For Dahlin.
There we go. Trying to scrape something respectable out of the afternoon.
What about this Isaac Robinson drive?
That was perfect, man. Just the way you like to see it thrown.
You're not going to see many much better. Pars for Buhr and Lazat. We're on the green of 11 with Albert Tom. Birdie putt, circle 2. Tom, 1 bogey, 1 birdie on the card so far.
That was beautiful.
Make that 2 birdies.
More of that, please.
Ezra Robinson. He's on the knee for this birdie putt. Jams it in.
That's 2 big putts. Could it be 3 with Anthony?
Oh.
I guess that's the answer to that.
We just got a little spoiler right there.
Sorry, guys.
Barella for birdie.
That's the old AB.
I'm going to blame the slope on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Got another man at 9 there, Philo.
I was just talking about that. 2 wily veterans, top of our leaderboard. Paul Ulibari, Bradley Williams, 9 under apiece.
Isaac, T of 10.
Look at this. I think these guys have got this all figured out, Ian.
I think they have.
It's pretty intimidating from the tee pad.
Simon, a clean 3 through on the front 9.
Does it have enough speed to give him a look? That's not the best place to finish.
Kind of dribbled behind that wall of trees at the end, didn't it?
Pine's going to block him up.
Buhr.
It's dragging too long, Ian.
And even flipped late, too.
Yeah.
Buhr slowing down a little bit here in this middle third. We've got Mason Ford, his third.
go.
Forward in there for a birdie putt.
Solid afternoon, sitting at 6 under, looking to get a birdie on the 18th, take him to 7.
And Ulibari has birdied again and is now the solo leader at 10.
Sitting on a ham bone out there. Look at you, guy.
He made that from wow. See if he can get it in clean.
2 more to go. 14 for 17 from the fairway, 7 for 9 from C1X, 4 for 5 from C2. This guy is having himself one heck of an afternoon. Long putt is 62 feet, no OBs, scramble rate on point. All kinds of good stuff cooking for Ulibari.
He's third on tour in C1X putting.
I noticed that from the last couple of weeks we've been on and talking about some percentages. His name was right there, but having a hard time getting some solid finishes in the clubhouse.
And he'd really been struggling from circle 2, actually, which today that's not the case, as you noticed.
He's not struggling in any department today.
I was almost a C3er.
Burr giving that a stab. We'll have a little work left on the way back for par. Simon pretty blocked up for his second. Maybe drops this in somehow.
Yeah, big rainbow putt up and around the edge of the limbs. This could happen for him. Oh, jackknifes just in front of the chains. Good effort from Simon. There's always a chance when he's got a putter in hand.
Par putt for Burr. This is a birdie look for Colin to go back to back. A little tickle of the trees, but it works for the Oregon native. And Isaac had a great drive. Short putt left for birdie, even if it is a little crowded. Isaac also trying to go back to back in the birdie department.
I know it's been a slow start for a couple of these guys, but there are still plenty of birdies to be had if these guys can buckle down and get a little momentum going, get themselves back into the conversation. Nothing to be discouraged about this point of the tournament. Still quite early.
Nicely done on an awkward putt for Isaac. The tee of 18, Bradley Williams. Evil genius hole.
Nice smooth swing there from Bradley along the right side. Little contact there. Shouldn't hurt him too bad. In position, center fairway.
Par putt for Heimberg on 14. That is the first bogey for Heimberg. This is like an old school leaderboard right here, Philo. I'm not seeing a new name until kind of Rathbun almost, you know?
Corey Ellis, Rathbun, right around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey Ellis, but he's been around for a minute.
Not as long as those names up above him, though.
That's for sure.
Those guys have been around at least a decade longer, it seems.
We are flying 11 here, Philo.
Oh yeah, beautiful par 4. Classic hole out here at the Milo track. Well, all these holes are classic. Beautiful tee shot, you got to mid or shape up here. Most guys play the right side power hyzer. Just keep that thing laser tight, very narrow flex shot, if any at all. Bleed this thing off to the left side of the fairway. It really opens up the gap if you want to play the backhand. You really want to add some space. It's okay to finish a little bit to the right, but you'd rather see the target in all your landing zone. Big thing to take notice too is this canopy hangs down about, I don't know, 50 feet out in front of the target. So you got to really plan to come in high to be anticipating some of those limbs and plan on that disc air just before it gets to circle 2, and the ground play should work out in your favor. There is this little retaining wall here to hop over, but most of the time you'll have enough speed to clear that.
Rodallen up first after birdies on the last 2.
Splitting the wickets, Cole Whirl. Oh, one step too much. He should be all right. Just one step in.
Enough room for a sidearm, right?
Should be fine.
Isaac.
See that thing start turning left. A lot of straight in that flight there for Isaac.
Simon.
There you go.
Now Buhr. It was 1 over on the last 4.
Yeah. Shot.
Nice little cut swing there from Ganon Buhr. Drags it back towards the center, just in front of Lazat. Ideal landing zone.
Heimberg.
That overstable putter for Calvin.
That is what it
Wow.
was. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's a look. Inside circle 1 goes Calvin.
Second shot for Uli on 17, going up the hill.
Looks a little bit pinched off along the left side over there, Ian.
Agree.
You'd like to be clear of line of sight to the target. Looked like he went for the sidearm, tried to get the late fade, caught some stuff out there along the left side. Imagine he's in circle 2.
See how aggressive he gets. There's that downslope and the OB.
Yeah, potential for some rollaways on the green of the 17th. Definitely something to take note of.
Yeah.
Imagine with the round he's got going on, if it's much further than 35, he probably won't get too aggressive. That would be my assumption. Don't want to beat yourself and add any variables that could send you going the opposite direction at this stage of the round after you've earned yourself into 10 bogey-free.
Yeah.
Under round, yeah. You got hold on to all those strokes.
Flying above Isaac Robinson and now on the ground for his second. Perk, this looks like a pretty tough angle for Robinson.
Yeah, it's not too drastic. He should be able to manage it. I don't think he could park it, but he could definitely get inside the circle. This is pretty tight. He's going to need some love and get through there. It catches. That's inside the circle. It's past the first wall of obstruction. Probably 25 feet for his birdie.
Not a bad break, all things considered.
Yeah, it didn't look too great out the hand. I thought he was much earlier than that. Turns out all right. See if he can connect with a putt.
Simon lining up a forehand for his second. So we got distance to the pin here for Simon.
Can't be much more than 280.
350 actually.
Really? It
Yeah.
didn't seem like he was well up in front of that 375 marker. There's no way that was 350. That was so casual. I think he came up a bit early. He doesn't like it.
I wonder if they. I think that might have flipped Simon and Isaac. My Bushnell crew out there. Birdie putt for Paul on 17.
Very soft, floaty bid. Does well just to drop it under. That was probably a layup intentionally.
I think so. And you were right about that. Simon was at 300.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That drive was perfect. Buhr inside that number.
260 to the pin.
That's the way you do it right there, Ian.
And now 12 to the pin.
Sending Buhr in the right direction once again. Looks like I got to get him back to 5 under.
That's the number. That's correct, sir. Williams, his third on 18.
That's a layup right there if I ever saw one, Ian. Wanted
Yeah.
no part of that green from where he was. Should be able to pitch that up and on, take his par.
Speaking of pars, there's one for Yuli on his way to the Evil Genius in the finishing
Took
18.
you guys long enough. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I know.
You say it took you guys long enough to
That's
put a camera
what
on
he
me?
said.
I love that.
A little smart you-know-whatery.
Oh, that's fantastic. Most people, when we show up the camera, they're like, oh no, here comes the camera. Paul's like, what, it took you so long? I like the attitude, man.
Maybe he should be happy they stayed away. You had a really good round going, man. And stay quiet, stay under the radar. I would be like, go away.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Go away.
Heimberg for birdie on 15. Separator birdie.
No.
So many chains. How?
Strong side.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Simon, can you manufacture a birdie here?
Almost got the old. So close. Little air bounce. Half an inch from being good.
Simon will stick at 3 for the moment. Robinson's birdie putt in circle 1.
No, that cut all the way through the left side, Ian.
My goodness.
That was more center than left, and somehow just.
The disc
Ugh.
kind of just barely starting to fade when it hits the chains, and it just rides out.
Probably the slope of the hill, everything pulling off to the left side as well.
Yep. Birdie putt for Buhr. And a birdie putt for Adalin in 3 in a row here, Philo. He's
waking up.
He has woken up. It's official.
Well, one more gets him back to level par on the day.
That was it right there.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. He did it finally. He fought
did it.
back, man.
He's back.
Congrats to Cole, man. That's just a nightmare start on camera. You start with the bogey, you follow it up with a double. But then to right the ship, man. It's nice. Williams, his 4th on 18.
Touchy little approach here. Nice little tree bounce. There's your par for Bradley. Solid day's work there for Mr. Williams. (13 of 18 fairways hit, 8 for 8 from C1, 50% from C2, 2 of 4. No meat left on the bone in the scramble department. It's a solid day's work.
Heimberg on 16.
Early. Playing Plinko.
Might have that
inside lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a little lane if you come up early.
Radalin after 3 in a row. try to make it 4. This is such a good get if you can do it.
This is a long arm hole if there ever were one. 450 foot spike Kaiser off the top. That's never happened before, Ian.
Wow.
Have we ever seen anyone almost won this hole?
Never, dude.
Insane from the young fellow. Wow.
People are stoked to get into circle 1. People are stoked to get into circle 2 on this one.
To have a 40-foot wide open look, yeah, like that was incredible.
Off the top, this arm talent is insane, Philo.
He put that in the perfect slot in the window, obviously to draw a medal. I mean, come on. Oh,
gosh.
If it was basketball, that was a slam dunk, dude.
Sure enough, huh? Right there for it. Did they hear anything?
They had to have heard that.
Oh, there's Isaac's mouth. Did you see that? Jaw drop.
There's another OTV shot nomination for you.
Absolutely.
Cold world, almost shocking the world.
Buhr can't believe it.
Cool stuff.
That was incredible. Buhr up next. Has to follow that drive.
Yeah, wants nothing to do with it. Opting for the low burner, cleaning up some limbs on the way. Nowhere near putting range. More of a throw-in range for Buhr.
Isaac.
All right, they can get some left turning now. Get a bounce. That's about as good as most people do right there.
Right.
They still got 55, 60 feet left.
Simon.
I think Simon challenges the vertical line.
I think so. Yeah.
That's where the birdie is. Here it comes, taking a little longer. There you go, circle's edge look for Simon.
Pretty sure you hit there.
Feel like
hit the fan.
One more look at this Redolin near ace.
Man, from the catch cam, you can hear the snap of fingers.
This is 450 uphill.
Dog leg and hard left.
Yeah. Buhr at 91 feet for this birdie bid.
I mean, do you call this a putt or is this more of a throw? I mean, like, what do you consider this?
Ganon's putt is almost a throw. Ooh.
He gave it the old...
He takes it down to the hip, you know?
Ooh. Man, it's amazing how much speed he gets from so little.
Williams will head to the clubhouse with a 9 after dropping in the par. Good enough for lead card right now. We'll see if it holds up. Robinson.
There he is. Looking all over for it.
That was a 68-footer from Isaac Robinson. Uphill, too. Now, it's another one of these, Philo, where, you know,
Green light go.
Yeah.
Wide open green, receptive. Take a stab at it.
So cool. The other two are in the circle or on the edge of for their birdie putts. Cole up first. Got him right on the edge of the circle at 33 feet. Almost grabbed the 1. Can he get the 2? And this will be 4 in a row for Redolin.
Oh, you betcha.
It's a Cole world now, Philo. We've gone from cold to Cole.
What a turnaround.
Wow. Was 3 over through 2. He is under par.
Got a way to persevere through some adversity early on. No, Simon. Probably the worst possible reaction on this green too. Catching the rim, catching edge, rolling. Similar distance coming back for Simon.
Did he say back foot again? Did you hear that?
I'm not sure what he said.
Oh, that's what I get is what he said. Excuse me.
Waste no time sending that one perfectly into the heart of the chains.
Par putt for Buhr. We almost saw 3 birdies on this one.
Whew, that's rare.
Very rare to see 1 from a card. After the torrid start, it's been a little slow for Buhr. He's even since hole 6. 18, Uli.
That's my job.
This needs more flip.
Another one.
Get down. Get down. There you go. Riding the edge. Wow. What a fantastic spot for the disc to end up.
It's dangerous and very scary to get there, but once it's there, you're stoked. Bell for birdie on 16.
Matty Bell, another savvy vet showing off some putting prowess.
That's rollback Azuka. He can make it drop from anywhere.
Man does have a world putting title under his belt.
Whew, just enough as he sneaks it up the hill. Heimberg.
Trying to scramble out. I think he got right to the base. A little tester coming up for Calvin.
And you called it, Philo. This is maybe more than a test. Maybe a midterm. For par.
What a make from Calvin Heimberg. Back against the wall, trying to stop the bleeding. Nice stuff.
And we'll stick Calvin at 7 for the moment, as seen there. Starting to wrap this thing up, though, Philo.
Been 2 bogeys and 3 holes for Calvin. Had he missed that putt, that was a really nice cleanup there. Stop the slide.
Yeah.
Opportunity, 2 more holes for Vinny to get it to 9 under on the afternoon. Keep an eye on that as we scroll down our top 20. And 1 stroke could really send you up a lot of names in a hurry out here.
Yes, it can.
Sexton out there sitting 5 under par. Anthony Barella, Ezra Robinson, all with an opportunity. 4 holes to get it to the clubhouse.
Yuli's second on 18.
Yeah, green light go. You just have to drop the hammer on this shot. Get as far up the fairway as possible. All right, we'll check the angle, see how tied up he is over there.
Can go a couple different ways over on that side of the fairway. We are looking at hole 13. Feature card should be arriving shortly. We're dolling up first. Sitting on the ham bone looking for the Yahtzee here, and 5 in a row. What a charge he's making on this back 10, as it were.
Basic disc golf right here. Beautifully thrown there from Cole. Just slides it through the backside of the bullseye. Ring it up. Yahtzee.
Got it. What a drive. What a turnaround for a Dolan.
Telling you, man.
Isaac.
There you go. That's how you play this hole. No goofing around, man. Take your birdie and move on. Little nose burn into the ground. Play some ground play and slide it on up there.
I like having a must-get hole or 2 out here, though. You know?
It's part of the course, man.
Yeah.
What makes this place so classic and memorable is that you have that awesome variety of shot shaping ability and necessity. You need to have the ability to do that out here.
Buhr sends the forehand a little wide, and Blocked by those guardian trees. That's right around circle's edge. Yeah. You like these chances. Simon. His last birdie was back on hole 7. All pars since then.
Nice little slow mover there. Great pace control from Simon as always. Inside the bullseye.
3 bullseye hits and a putt coming for Buhr. Got Ganon right on the edge of circle 1. 17.
That's a Calvin Heimberg drive all day long. Hard power hyzer shot. There you go, in position.
Uli on the fairway of 18. We are live with Paul. He is walking over to his 3rd.
Legend Brad Hammock on the bag.
A look at that Uli scorecard. Kind of mentioned that standout stat today was probably that circle 2 putting, Philo.
Yeah, that's a difference maker on a track like Milo. You're going to earn yourself a lot of opportunities. In my opinion, there's just not a lot of bad holes on this course. So you're going to have opportunities to score. It's really up to you as a shot shaper.
Buhr, a nice birdie putt. That gets his round cooking again. And it should be 4 birdies. We're dolling for the 2nd. And Isaac will complete the star frame. Second shot for Heimberg on 17.
I like this for Calvin. Going to the mid-range, making sure he doesn't throw this thing too hard, have too much of a finish on the back end. The line looks good, Ian.
They're asking for that to go in.
Stop! Hits the brakes just in time. Edge of circle for Calvin. I'm glad he didn't throw anything any faster.
Uli on 18, his 3rd to attack this island green.
Touchy approach, Ian. Yeah. Done. Paul Ulibari. What a performance today.
Touch displayed by Paul.
So easy for those to get nervy on the last hole. Let one slip through the fingers, race it, or you could easily rush that shot or puff it a little bit and find yourself out of bounds. Great stuff there from Ulibari.
We're going to fly this hole 14. Great spot for a sidearm if you got it, Philo.
If you got it, yeah, it definitely favors a little bit of early shaping to be done with the sidearm. You can't just go one angle, one turn. It's kind of a narrow gap, but you got to add a little bit of ante to it. Swing it around this guy right here in the center, and then it really opens up for that late fade and skip. The righty backhand, very congested, a bunch of narrow gaps through the trees. You could get lucky, but then there's this one jungle bush right before the basket that just blocks you up if you do get that far, right about circle's edge. Really fun hole.
Rodalin, 5 birdies in a row, looking for 6 here. There's a putt. Right there.
There you go. Framed up for him.
Yeah. Isaac. Backhand is a bit of a poke and hope.
It is. This looks really nice though, Ian. Okay. All right.
That's interesting, Philo.
He did that.
Almost like he didn't play for the park job, because it's a little easier to get to circle's edge. You can do that consistently.
It's hard to do that shot consistently, Ian. Much more favorable in this action here with the sidearm. The gap is so much bigger. Got like 20 little sapling trees, it seems like, on that right side. So hard to miss them all. Ooh, too much cut there from Buhr well back in the fairway. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And the way he started this round out, it was starting to look like he might come out here and do the same thing as last year and smack the field around. Being a bit slow.
Lazat. Just outside Cole. Probably will have a look.
Rely on it. You don't want to do it 2 inches off the ground.
Heimberg for birdie on 17.
Last major Elite Series bogey-free round was 24 BSF last year, 3rd round.
Huh.
It's been a hot minute for Ulibari since he's put together a solid one.
Sullivan Tipton finishing up his round as Paul watches. And here is really cleans it up. Awesome stuff.
It's right around what the average was last year. 12 down per round out here on the Milo Gold, so he's right on pace. We'll see if he can keep that going into Friday's round. Excellent performance on Thursday to start this tournament off. Only a couple of guys out there potentially could catch him at this point.
It is a short list. It might actually be no one, Philo. Is it anyone? Yeah, I don't think anyone can catch him, actually.
I think you're right. Ganon could get to...
Not after this hole.
That's true.
I knew.
Keep it on Kaiser. Throw it hard.
It would seem no one's going to catch him today.
Yeah. We'll be looking at Kyle Klein on 18.
Yeah, love it. Perfect, dude. Yeah.
Wow, really pushed that boundary on the right side off the box, huh?
Yeah,
Agree.
that's an interesting shot for him over here. I don't think
Back to 14. We've got Simon out here in circle 2. Got him right at 49 feet for his birdie putt.
Simon line stretched out to the left. A little Annie to start. Get it flat.
Get up.
Beautiful stroke from Simon Lazat. The magic is back.
So cool.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. One of the best situational putters, hands down, on tour. History of the game, potentially.
This guy's trying to add his name to the list, though, huh? Buhr.
Yeah, you put him in an adverse situation. He's pretty dang good. Bang! Buhr.
Par from circle 2.
That's a nice par save right there. Good scramble.
Radalin for 6 in a row.
The double ham bone? No, heavy chains. Just a tiniest bit of slide on that putty, and did you see it?
Yep.
Just a tiny bit.
Robinson's birdie putt.
see the difference between those two actions, how the Robinson went towards the target and the Rodolin kind of slid to the right.
Yeah, interesting. Uli out in front at the Northwest Disc Golf Championship.
Come over here, like this way. So you're gonna line up straight to the gap also. We'll try again.
So much better. Thank you.
Welcome back to the action. Isaac Robinson, he's on the tee of 15. That was tight from Robinson. He will be in trouble. It is very thick on that side of the rough. Simon next. Simon with a fantastic drive to circle's edge, and they'll have that for birdie. Rodolin.
How do you like it, Ian?
It's shaping.
Is he going to fade?
That's a negative.
Runs it a little long. Out there, 45 long and right.
There might be a putt, there might not from that angle.
Tough to say.
Buhr. Wow. This is going to unravel in time.
Oh, drop in.
Oh.
27 feet, just below the basket to the left.
I didn't see it.
We've got a Flight Factory replay coming for you. I can't wait to see this. And reminder, you got coupon code NWDG for 10% off all pre-owned discs over at Flight Factory. They got a huge inventory. Go check it out over at flightfactorydiscs.com. This is sick, Philo. That was so cool.
Hard to teach that shape.
No. Agreed. How about Isaac Robinson lately, Philo?
Yeah, he came to life.
Birdies on 5 of the last 6 for Robinson. 3rd for Klein on 18.
Nice layup.
That's the green. And back to the tee of the same for Heimberg.
Heimberg's got to be licking his chops here. This is his type of shot all day long. There you go, riding the right side. Got a fade. Come on. There it goes. Way down the bottom of the hill.
Huh.
Slightly out of position for what you'd like. Well, you want to be where Ulibari was earlier along the left side.
Klein.
You don't recommend running this putt.
No, you don't.
Unless if it's for the win on a Sunday. Thursday, you'll lay that up, buddy. Correct choice, my friend. I know it's tough, but that's the right choice.
When Paul chased down Schuster at 15, he made that putt for eagle.
Yeah, it's a situational putt, my friend.
It's highly. Today, not the day.
Not the moment.
Not the moment for that, for sure. And as we're headed to Glendipier for the final 2 rounds, you probably don't need to get too crazy here on this island.
No, you want to get out of here with as much in your pocket as you can. This is the place to go low and build a nice base.
That was Robinson's second. He did not have a good drive, not a great out, and he will bogey after a really nice stretch.
I think that's the most frustrated I've ever seen Isaac right there. A little pop to the head. Not happy with how the putter's looking today.
Radzalin putting for birdie. And for birdies on 6 of the last 7.
Tiny sliver.
Oh, dude.
You tried to muscle through it. Blew past.
It was a cute little gap, but...
Oh, it is cute.
Am I outside? There's one more.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, oh, here, it's right here. No, I mean, it's still a circle. I don't think it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't curve that much, though. You know. Okay.
Always good to check with a card mate when in question.
Make
sure you're doing things correctly.
Simon says he's coming in hot, Philo.
No. Still thought that was a bad putt.
You love the want, you don't love the result there for Simon, though.
Yeah, it definitely slopes away putting from that angle when you're up above the basket. Tiny little sliver to work with. It's just one of those moments, you know, where it's tempting you, baiting you to take the risk, and you just... I can understand the position that these guys are in, a little bit further back in the course, still trying to gain ground on the leader.
To keep his scorecard clean, Simon Lizotte. That's why he can do that stuff, right, Philo?
That's why he makes the big bucks.
Yep. You make the comebacker. You make the big bucks, and you can run any putt you want.
That was clutch.
Radzalin, can he make his comebacker for par?
Oh, what is that?
He cannot.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Buhr, birdie putt. The aggression for Cole does end up costing a stroke, though.
Doesn't seem like much, but this birdie would get Buhr back into the top 10. No, it slides out. That's 4, 5, 6 names he could have
Let me see this.
leapfrogged.
This is flat through the chains, too. Ooh, that's gross.
All the way through the side.
All the way through. And not like, usually when that happens, they're on hyzer, you know? Wow.
That was rude.
That was quite. Radzalin now for bogey, and not the easiest of looks.
Try Trying to avoid the yo-yo here on the green, back and forth.
A little sap on the fingers, it looks like.
Tourniquet putt.
The right amount of pine tar on that putt, huh?
Yeah, just enough stickum on it.
Heimberg, his third. Doesn't. There's a layup, right? I mean, you've got to.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, well,
now it's a layup.
Now it's definitely a layup. And do you lay that one up?
No? I think he's going to take his chances.
Okay. Bogey putt for Robinson. After a great stretch, slides back the wrong way. Wow. Weird hole.
Everybody walking out of there a little scuffed up.
Heimberg's fourth. Somehow sticking that one on the green. Nicely done by Calvin. And you can see Calvin did go on to tap in that par. And just a quick break on the network. We are back in 60. We'll see you there.
The discovery of electricity, the first flight, democracy, splitting the atom, computers, modern medicine, space travel, and of course, the Royal Line from Latitude 64.
Welcome back. Simon Lazat. He is on the tee up 16. About to throw a towering Anheuser. Oh, what a perfect view for this shot, Philo.
Keep turning. Overthrew it.
That might Plinko down in a good spot. Did you see it fight through or no?
I didn't. Even if it does, he still got the lengthy uphill putt.
Yeah, true.
It's such a small window, man. Out there 300 and some odd feet away to... it's all about feels, man.
Perk, how is Simon looking after that drive? Is there a putt in the woods there for him?
No, Simon pushed pretty deep in there, unfortunately. He had a good line on it, was just pushing too forward at the moment. They had to go in there and actually spot it.
Gotcha. What a drive from Burr.
He almost did it. He almost pulled it off.
Yeah.
Hey guys, could you stand to the right, please? To the right. Or back there, that's fine, yeah.
Isaac.
A little bit on the inside, but filters to the... Looks like just inside the circle there for Robinson. That was a great shot.
Cole.
Oh, this is working, Ian. Does it beat it? It does. Look at that. Inside circle one for Cole Redall, uphill taste.
I am loving the Flight Factory look at those drives, Philo.
Eagle eye view.
Yeah, it's so hard to see what's going on from the ground there.
Big time.
Shouts to production there, killing it. And our awesome drone operators. Yuli's going to hold on. He's going to have at least a two-stroke lead. No one's catching him. Or getting within two anyway. At this point.
No, it's not happening today, that's for sure. Solid performance from Paul Ulibari to get to 11 under on the afternoon. Bunch of guys were right there with him for a minute, but he separated. He's got a 2-stroke lead.
Top 10 for Sexton. McBeth also tied there with Justin Keegan, Presnell, Connor Rock, Buckets. Wow.
Mason Ford in the top 10.
Nice.
Gavin Rathbun, another guy who's been percolating this season.
That is Simon in the woods for his second. Given circle 2 by our Bushnell crew. Forehand roller coming, Philo. Not a good sign.
That worked. Ran it up the hill. I think he got right up on the bullseye.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow. Birdie putt for Ganon. I think he's waiting for Simon to extract himself from the woods.
I've been there.
Quarter inch.
Looks so good. Yeah, it sure did, Ganon. Thankfully, it's settled. You know, we've seen those roll 100 feet.
Yeah, anything could happen when that thing comes up a smidgen short like that. Good reaction.
Birdie putt for Robinson to cover up the bogey on the last.
What?
Isaac not super connected with the putter right now, is he?
Yeah, 2 come and go for Isaac this afternoon. Usually that's his strong suit, as well as with that 6 to 12 swing, but not today.
There's a stroke on the card for Redolin. Getting back on the birdie train.
Yeah, that's in the too close to miss range after that drive.
And on the other side of this break, we've got Crunch Time on the Disc Golf Network. We'll see you there. And while we were in the break, Robinson for par on 16. No problem there. Simon straddling to his par putt.
Why does the basket do that? That was so soft. That's how you get your first roll, of course.
Simon understandably frustrated. Too close to miss, man. That was right there for him, and
yeah,
he said he putted a little soft. Hard to say, man. It's
from that distance, you got to make it so the basket
does its job.
Only can do its job.
Yeah.
17, Buhr.
Big bounce would help for Ganon. There you go. Prime fairway position.
Isaac.
I love the height for Isaac Robinson there. That is perfect. Beautiful.
Simon, after grabbing his first bogey of the day, back on 16.
That'll work.
Paul Ulibari is your leader of the Northwest Disc Golf Championships by 2 strokes. He is also in the clubhouse with his friend Big Germ. Should be a good interview. Let's head on down.
We are here with clubhouse leader Paul Ulibari. Before we get started, first off, this is for you.
Thank you.
Good shooting, buddy.
Appreciate it.
What got into you today?
Hey, man, I heard from the streets that Big Germ was going to be doing the on-course calls this week, and so I knew if I played good, I'd have to come here, and then I'd be able to talk a little crap. No, I mean, I felt good kind of all week. After Kona Peach Day, I think I popped a little 10 under the final round, which felt really good, and I woke up kind of early there, and I went to a field and worked on my form, and I found something that kind of stuck, and I was just kind of playing really good in practice, and it all came together today.
Over the last 2 seasons, you've been known as one of the top C1X putters on tour. Today, you missed 2 putts inside the circle.
I missed 1. I think that's a stat guy.
Okay, stat guy.
Yeah.
So you missed 1 inside the circle.
Yep.
So pretty good then. Your stats are going to go up from 80% to a little bit higher than that. But you also were making some bombs today. 4 out of 6, it says on C2.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about the new age. Like, everybody knows I'm not the biggest thrower in the world, so I have to be really good from that distance. And if I'm not, you know, obviously I'm known for being a really good putter in the circle, but that doesn't give you much when you're hitting 6 out of 18 greens in regulation. You know, I have to keep everything really clean. And so on the off chance that I do have a good putting day from outside the circle and I'm throwing good, you know, something like this can definitely happen.
Are you aware that the last time you shot bogey-free in an Elite Series major was at this course last year?
No, I love it here, though. I'm not surprised.
What is it about Milo McIver?
I don't know. I think, you know, my first time coming here was 2007 with my buddy Corey Sharp, and it was an absolute adventure, taking buses and everything to get here. And I remember just not worried about any of that stuff. I was just so happy to be here and just the good vibes. I mean, I grew up in Portland a little bit of my life. I was from like 5 to 12, so I feel kind of like a local as far as the way that I feel. And I think the lines really suit my game. There's not a lot of big shots. It seems like it's a long course, but if you have a good like 400-foot low ceiling shot, which I do, then you can kind of get around the course and score.
That is your clubhouse leader and guaranteed league card spot for second round, Paul Ulibari.
All right.
Good luck tomorrow.
I appreciate it, Jerm. Thanks.
And from Yuli and Jerome, we go to Sexton. He'll love that, the Jomez connection. Nate throwing his second on 18. Right by that landmark tree in the fairway. This is...
You got a hold of that one.
Going places. Any reaction to Yuli's words there, Philo?
He said it best, man. He put the pieces together today. You know, he put some work, found something in the field. translates that to the golf course. That's what it's all about, man. Making those adjustments.
On 17, Simon's second comes up a little bit short. I'll tell you how short in just a moment. Simon's in circle 2. Isaac, 300 to the pin.
Have to love the 6-12 swing of Isaac Robertson.
He's the guy.
So smooth, man. So pure.
295 in for Ganon.
There you go. Rumbles inside circle 1. Step off the bullseye.
18, Barella.
Take a deep breath. This tough shot right here requires all the touch.
This is his third.
Begging for it to die. Ooh. There's a fortune there for AB.
Skips it off the road, back in bounds on the short side. He'll have a birdie putt if he wants to take it, but it is circle 2.
It's a scary look. Yeah, that tree is perfectly lined up behind that target. I don't think you run it, right?
It's 37 feet, Philo.
Oof,
yeah, that's right on that number, isn't it? Or maybe you do, maybe you don't. Ooh, we'll see. What are you doing there on day 1, Philo? Is that a layup from 37?
Anthony Barella is sitting at 5 under on the par, 3 pars in a row.
Think he sends it?
I think he takes a stab at it. I don't think it hurts him too much if he misses.
Yeah, just a stroke, right? He's going to make the comebacker if he blows by OB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birdie putt for Simon. Finds metal again, but not the bottom.
Too small of a sliver there for Simon.
It's me.
On 18 again for Ezra.
I like that shape.
Beat that.
Oh, yeah. Sit down. Sit, 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 sit. Mm-hmm.
Let's roll back a Zuka replay. You like this angle better than the more conventional we've seen onto the green?
I don't mind getting over there to the left. If you can get closer to pin high, than not. Yeah, it's when you get into the trees over there on the left and you got to like start, dancing through the limbs. Yeah, that's not what you want. You want a pretty clean swing into that tiny little island.
That was a Burr birdie, a Simon par, and then Isaac Robinson birdie. Before they head to the Evil Genius. On the Evil Genius, Robinson in his third. There you go. That's one way to slow it down nicely. That's how Ezra played it. Let's fly it and check it out, Philo.
Oh, this is such a beautiful hole. Combo of 2 of the classics out here on the Milo East track. Opening up, you got this nice tight tunnel chute you got to go down. It's pretty much safer to hang it on the right side. If you make your mistake to the left, it really kills all of your angles, distance and angles rather. Try to shape something down towards this big mature tree down here in the center. Anything left of that really is favorable. Really opens it up for this second shot. The closer to the road, the better, but I wouldn't recommend challenging the road and bringing any worries of OB into play. Keep that thing in the short grass, hopefully up on top of the plateau. Gives you a nice little elevated tee pad to fire the second shot. Some people like to play for in here along the road, try to throw something kind of slower, mid-rangey from that second shot, kind of give yourself the more open angle you could play it in. Play either the skip off the road or just a soft putter that lands in the wood chips and checks up. Very, very demanding third shot if you get yourself in position, and that's what makes this hole so great.
Sexton. That was his fourth, staying up for par. No, that was his third. Oh, They just updated the scoring there. Barella.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Awesome stuff from Barella. 37-footer. Gets off the course with an awesome birdie.
Oh, look at the focus in that young man's eyes. He's locked in. He knows how important that stroke is. That's how you finish up a day right there.
And I apologize, they did update Sexton to a par. Speaking of, here it is.
Solid work right there for Sexton. Masters man out here giving these young bucks a run for their money.
Clean 6 down.
Very solid.
That was Ezra Robinson actually finishing with a birdie. He is also at 6 down. Albert Tom fought his way back, Philo.
What did he do?
He shot 5 down.
No, he
Finished
didn't.
with a turkey, man. Yeah.
A bazooka.
Yeah.
Oh, and boom.
He was even through 10 and then ripped off 5 birdies after that on the back.
Well done.
Nice to see that. On the tee. Your world number 1.
Stay clean. He's going to love it.
He just fine.
Oh, no.
Play.
One little clumpy to beat, huh?
Might have something.
That was decent.
Just unfortunate, you know. You can't plan for that far down the fairway. Isaac Robinson.
You could tell from the shape he put on that drive, he wanted nothing to do with the left side.
Loving the Flight Factory look at that drive from Isaac Robinson.
That was an eagle putt back in the day.
It totally was.
You know?
Yep.
That's insane how casual these guys make it look. Most of the time, the guys in our field were giving it everything they got to get down there.
Rodalin. Yeah, the field kind of got too good for this hole, Philo.
That's why they're playing 2 holes back to back.
Yeah. And Rodalin off the tee very nicely. Way down the fairway and left. Lizotte.
That's a clean line right there from Simon. Simmer down. There you go. Beautiful tee shot from Simon Lizotte in the sweet zone. Way up the fairway.
Well, yeah, because the course isn't set up.
And on the ground with our man, Big Germ, is the one and only Nate Sexton. On you, Germ.
Par 5 trying? Yep.
We're in the tent with Nate Sexton, who shoots a 6 under round 1, currently tied with a ton of other players for 11th place.
Okay.
Clean, 3 under on the front 9, 3 under for the back 9. So far this season, you're 2-0.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Talk about your feelings going into this event.
Oh, I'm always excited to be back here. And, you know, my first pro event was this tournament called the Beaver State Fling at the time, but we all know this is still kind of like the Beaver State Fling 21 years ago. So I've been playing pro here for a long time. I don't know how many I've started. I would guess at least 18 over those 21 years that I've played here in big tournaments. This has been the biggest tournament in Oregon for a long time. I'm from Oregon, so I always love getting the chance to compete here.
You talked to Nate Perkins on hole 1 while walking down the fairway and saying not too many expectations coming into this event. Yet you're riding high on a 2-0 win streak this season. Are there a little bit of expectations, or are you just really going into this?
I mean, Masters is so different than Open, and I've really enjoyed playing it, but it wasn't like I was like, well, I won 2. I think I'm going to win that 3rd one. You know, like that's not how I'm feeling. I feel like happy with my game. I felt really surprisingly more in control than I thought I might out here on a pretty long course, so I really didn't like even come close to bogeying a hole. So that's always a good feeling. That's kind of the way I play when I'm playing good. There's no like stress. It's just like picking my spots. When the birdies happen, they happen. But when there isn't a birdie, it's an absolute drop in par. And that's kind of how I felt like I was playing today, where there was really no thought of, oh, I might bogey. Every shot was off the tee was good enough that I didn't feel like it was possible that I make a bogey.
A wise man once said, I enjoy not bogeying more than I enjoy birdieing.
Yes. I often say that I say it a little different than that, I think.
Yeah,
But
I think you say better than that.
I hate bogeys more than I love birdies.
That's
is the
it.
way that I would say it, and I think that's always been true of me. And yeah, so today was a good day. I mean, I was laying down forehand rollers like a crazy guy, bunch of holes, just kind of doing what I want to do, and it was working pretty well.
Well, pretty good day for the Big Sexy Berry trio, 17 under for the combined three of us.
Yeah, man, good playing.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to your bogey-free round, and
Thank
we
you.
look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
All right.
A banner day for that commentary team, huh?
All over it, those fellas. Job well done by Big Germ. Great to see Nate Sexton getting some love after his round. Job well done this afternoon. Nice and steady. As expected from a man of his caliber. Has been so consistent for so long.
Buhr, his second on 18. Got Ganon somewhere around 535 into the pin.
If he could get a little over 300 of this with good position, he's in good shape.
Not good, bro.
I think he got over on that a little more than he wanted, Ian.
Agreed.
Still in bounds, but
Play
not
for
ideal.
par.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're just going to have to chip that up to the end of the fairway and call it an afternoon.
Simon second.
Simon, got to get stable. This is cooked, Ian. He's got to crawl up there. Not enough speed. No.
No.
Yeah, you could see what he was going for there, but just didn't give the disc any air. Never gave it a chance. Have to give him a spot. He'll be throwing 4 from way back.
This side, right?
Yep, still on the shallow side, on the short side.
I think it started left of him.
Like left of that side?
Yeah. I think it did, but it
got over the curb left before.
Yeah, not very far up.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I'd say
But I
like
think
in line with us and the big tree.
Yeah.
Like right there, probably.
Yeah,
I'd give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, there you go. Sounds like the card giving him benefit of the doubt there, saying it looks like his disc crossed in bounds on the other side. You could probably see it.
Yeah.
Give him benefit of the doubt with that angle there.
I think so. Redalin about the same for his second.
That definitely got over.
And it does fight back nicely.
You can live with that, Ian. There's nothing wrong with that. 180, 90 feet into the green from there. A little chip shot with the putter. That's got to be in the bag.
Got $1.75 left for Cole. He called it.
I've been around a couple times.
Isaac Robinson and his second.
Anything similar to what we just saw from Cole or Dolan would work great for Isaac Robinson. Even if it peeled off to the left a little bit more, it wouldn't hurt him. Great shape to start with. Oh, look at this thing, Ian. Stay clean. No! Oh, man, that was going to be so good. It's just been one of those days for him, hasn't it?
It has a little bit.
Just off by the slimmest of margins on some really crucial moments in his round today, or he would be up there in that 9-10 under par conversation. Really wasn't off by much today.
Only reached the center
A couple of bogeys on the afternoon for Isaac. Picked up one at the 8th, picked up one at the 15th.
Another look at Simons. And they're still talking about if this crossed or not.
It's so hard to say, man. It's
Perk, are you getting a sense for how they're going to call this Simon? 4th now, I guess?
Yeah, they deliberated again, and it looks like he's throwing from the short side. I don't think this is a provisional. I think this is going to be the call.
Okay. I don't mind that.
I think Simon's being a gentleman by not arguing the fact and just saying, you know what, I don't think it's really going to change much for him.
Right.
You know,
same number of throws.
It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
What's the point of arguing it at this point? You know, it's not like that stroke's costing him a lead or anything. I think he knows he beat himself. He may as well take the punishment. Kind of self-inflicted there. Trying a little too much.
You think without the curb there, people try to run this island follow?
If it was just dirt and you could slide your way up there, I would imagine a lot more people. If it was like I don't know, man. Or if it were like a retaining wall where it couldn't slide off.
Like
more like an actual island green where it's maybe like a cinder block high. I think then you'd probably see a lot more people go after it.
Yeah.
But I think it's such a slippery little island green, man. If you're off on the speed by a little bit, you're going to get punished. Pick up the extra one.
Buhr grabbing range for his now 3rd. Perk, what do you make of this 3rd for Ganon?
Yeah, it's tricky territory right here. It's probably 260. I think he's going to try and get it on the green. He just walked back out to look at his line. Maybe a little hyzer skip off the road. Deliberating over the shot still. It's in the air. It's cooking. It's going to get mulch. Oh, it gets a little love from the bushes right there, but I don't think it needed it. That's C1. What a moment for Buhr.
That was incredible. Out of position. Pushes the issue. And finds the island safe.
That's world #1 stuff right there.
And I've had to just keep saying, like, come on, just
Have you ever thought about like getting a new one?
not a good option.
Dude, that was fantastic.
Just to myself twice.
Redolin.
There you go. Nice little metered approach there from Cole Redolin. Finished the day on a birdie. After that rocky start, got to tip the cap to the effort for him to bounce back and fight his way to an under par score here.
Yeah, after 2 holes, he was 3 over. He's going to finish 3 under. So, a 6-stroke improvement out.
Well done.
Robinson, his 3rd. Oh, that's a par at least. It's a better mistake than coming up short.
True.
It's still a mistake, though.
It's just not been like the sharpest day for Isaac. We're used to seeing him just a little bit more on point. Some putts not looking so sharp. A couple approaches.
Yeah.
So we watch Simon pitch onto the island. Proceed for the bogue.
Buhr walking to a C1 putt for birdie to get to 8, within 3 of the lead of Ulibari.
Nice casual rhythmic putt there for Burr to close out the round.
In a tie for third with Wysocki and McMahon.
And Kyle Klein.
And Kyle Klein. I imagine Burr losing that PDGA battle to McMahon and Wysocki. Isaac in for par. Simon in for bogey. That's all we've got. Day 1, Northwest Disc Golf Championship. What a lap around Milo, Philo.
It's always a treat, isn't it?
It sure is.
Whether you're on the ground or watching it here on TV, such a special place on the Disc Golf Pro Tour to come and visit year after year. All the friendships made, all the wonderful scenery and nature you get to partake in and surround yourself with. Look at that beautiful sky off to the west. Turned out to be an awesome day after a little bit of a cool, drizzly start to the afternoon, or morning rather. Turned out to be a spectacular Thursday afternoon.
And welcome back into the booth. Philo, give me your biggest takeaway on the day for this Milo lap.
Wow, man, you got to tip the cap to Paul Ulibari. What just a fantastic round of disc golf for him all around. As we mentioned, it's been a while since he's had a solid round at an Elite Series or a major. It's been since this time last year, as a matter of fact, since he's had one of those clean 10 under rounds, something of that flavor. So for him to get back into form, it's been a rocky one for him. He's been battling injuries himself. One of those guys who's been a long-time tour veteran, you know, scraping and searching for remedies and answers to all these things, trying to stay healthy, just trying to stay on the road. And for him to come out and play this round, I think that's really awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tomorrow. It's going to be kind of like what we saw at Desiree Aderhold the other week, you know, one of those guys who's been searching a little bit, you know what I mean? In that
Same but different.
Similar but different,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's different, you know.
Yuli's got some wins.
He's got some wins, but we're in a different era of the game now.
Absolutely.
He's an older player. He's a veteran. He's not a 25-year-old guy anymore. So, I mean, it's still tough out there. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he brings tomorrow if he can keep that rhythm up.
Right there with you. It'd be really fun to see.
It would be awesome.
We're going to send it off to one more commercial break on the other side. The after show, OTB shot of the day, as well as some interviews. We'll see you there.
Legends built it. The next generation is elevating it. The most dominant team in disc golf history just got deeper. World champions, record breakers, the future of the game, united under one banner. This isn't just competition, it's a legacy in motion. This is the next chapter. Discraft, built for flight.
Hey everybody, Joel Freeman here with Team Infinite, and I've got great news for you. My 2025 discs can be found easily at infinitediscs.com. You've got a variety of different molds with this stamp on it. They look beautiful. Thank you guys so much for all your support.
Edge is a nationally recognized 501c3 charitable organization.
What we do is we empower the teachers with complete programming along with the equipment and a standardized curriculum. So you have a one-stop shop for teachers and youth educators. That's really what Edge is. It makes everything simple for the teacher to get involved with disc golf.
If we want disc golf to be recognized, we need to introduce disc golf to the youth. And if nothing else, they've got a healthy game that they can enjoy with their families throughout the rest of their lives.
Your membership dollars have a huge impact on the growth of the game of disc golf. The PDGA uses membership dollars to provide and aid disc golf as it spreads across the globe. From tools like the PDGA app and Tournament Manager, services like the TD Helpline, and grant programs that support the growth of disc golf globally. Your active membership also brings you access to select member benefits, including free and discounted access to the Disc Golf Network. So sign up today, and we'll see you out on the course.
There. And then back, stop.
So what's the timing here?
In 3, 2.
Hey, Paul. Good to see you.
Hey.
And welcome into Tournament Central. Out of Milo today, Philos. It's an old school course. We have some old school players laying it down, Philo.
Yeah, we did, man. The veterans showed up and played well this afternoon. That is for sure. Bradley Williams, savvy veteran. Paul Ulibari, same.
McBeth, Sexton. Yeah.
All kinds of guys. You could look down the name of the list, Rick Wysocki, Eagle McMahon, Dustin Keegan.
Yeah.
Just a ton of names right there in the mix.
Matt Bell.
Another one.
That's a putt from Bell on 16. It was awesome. Williams on 17. That was for the solo lead at the time.
It was.
Oh, that's forehand from Sexton on 10.
Yeah, that's definitely a contender on that OTB shot of the day. That was sexy. Whew. Paul Ulibari get it on the green at the 18th, get it to 11 under par. Putting it all together on a Thursday round. Out here at Milo McIver. Earned himself a 2-stroke lead going into Friday's round right back here tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. One of those names that are top 10 decidedly not old school, Philo. That Ganon Buhr. Yeah.
That young cat.
No. Here's how his day turned out.
Yeah, one blemish back there at the 8th. Had a little bit of a slow spot in the middle of the back nine. Finished up strong. Couple birdies.
Looks like our man Big Germ also caught up with Ganon Buhr after his round. Let's head on down to the clubhouse.
Here in the tent with Ganon Buhr, who just finished his 8-under first round here at the 2025 Northwest Disc Golf Championships. Talk about your round a little bit. How did it go?
Yeah, started off really hot. I kind of, felt like I play good here in the Oregon, so I was feeling good. I only missed one of the first 6 holes, and I even chained out on that putt. So I was feeling pretty solid early. Middle section was pretty slow, and then I finished pretty strong. So I feel like that's pretty typical to how this course plays. Getting off hot early is very important out here, just because that middle section from like 6 to hole 9 is pretty difficult. So I played those holes not very good, so I can definitely improve on that tomorrow. But 8 under, I'll take it. Had one spit out there, and I shorted a couple putts, but overall played pretty solid.
Talk about the spit out. We saw a few chain outs on the card, and they were coming in interesting angles. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, if I have to be honest, it's a theme I see with these baskets a good amount. It just feels a little bit random sometimes. So, I think Isaac had one that spit by the pole left. Mine went by the pole right, kind of. It was high right. And then Simon, I think, was dead center, and then just fell at the back on a 10-foot putt. It's kind of crazy, so definitely brings the mojo down to the card. And yeah, I just got to move past it. So I'm not going to change anything. My putting felt pretty confident out there. I made a lot of putts. I made, I think, 3 or 4 circle twos, and my only circle one miss, like I said, was that putt on whatever 15, I think. So I'm feeling good. You know, I know Milo isn't really the course where I'm going to win this tournament. It's going to be out of Glendevere, so my goal is just to survive, and I know I can go really far under par at Glendevere and kind of pull away from the field.
You mentioned that in your press conference that you don't feel as strongly about Milo as far as your ability to separate from the field as you do at Glendevere, yet you're just 3 shots off the lead with Paul Ulibari coming in with an 11 under. Is this exactly where you wanted to be?
It's exactly where I want to be. I feel comfortable. I know the mistakes I made today. I can definitely shoot a better round tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, pretty much just get to Glendevere within a couple strokes of the lead, and I'm going to feel pretty confident. I'm just honestly looking forward. I have so much fun out at Glendevere, and yeah, this courses here are amazing. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to day 2 on the chase card. I like being on the chase card, not much pressure, and you get that hot round bump if you tie your competitors on the lead card.
Last question for you. Did you say that the bogey that you took was the first bogey that you've had here in 2 years?
Yeah, it was yeah, I went bogey-free last year, and then obviously it was another year for 2023, so I was feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, yeah, my only bogey, and the putt was barely a high, so not a bad one. I mean, I was in a really tough spot, and so it feels really good out here. I think I do make a game plan out here to try to avoid bogeys, because I know that, you know, the birdies are somewhat easy, but you just want to put yourself with a lot of pressure, and I think there's a lot of holes out here where it's not even worth it. You know, hole 12, I just play for par. So I go out there, have my game plan, and like I said, I'm just doing what I do and go out to Glendevere and play my aggressive game plan and hope it pays off.
Ganon Buhr, wise beyond his years, tries to avoid bogeys. We'll see him tomorrow on the chase card.
Thank you.
And again, with some strong, confident words, especially about Glendevere, Philo.
Yeah, he said, I'm planning on taking it to the field after we get over to Glendevere, just try to survive and advance out here. But, yeah, he's got some strong words, and he's got the game to back it up, so you can't get mad at him for that.
The man won by 8 strokes on those 2 courses last year, so he's got to have some great feelings about it.
No doubt.
We're going to bring in our man, Nate Perkins, so we'll talk back. Welcome in, Nate. Thanks for all the awesome work today. I got to ask you about what we saw out of Cole Redolin. Tough start, but, man, the resilience late in the round was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I was watching him kind of talk to himself after a couple of those moments. He was walking back, chatting with his caddy, and just talking to himself a little bit like, hey, it's just not feeling good. Keep at it, keep at it. And you know, he missed that, 20-footer for birdie on the 4th, just missed it right side. And the way that he started and the way that he bounced back, I think is honestly can go further than if he had started hot, because it just allows you to believe in yourself that when it's not going good, that you can bounce back. And then of course you flash forward to the end of the round when he bounces off the top of the basket. Oh, it was just an insane shot on an insane hole, throwing it 550 high into the sky, and then to nearly get the ace on that would have been magic.
That was an incredible shot. What do you make of Ganon's words about how he's kind of just surviving Milo and then looking to really attack at Glendevere? Are they that different in your eye?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Milo just seems like it's hard for people to master, right? It puts a lot of these players in really uncomfortable spots, shots that they don't throw very often, like the one that Cole's throwing the high shot there. Ganon's trying to throw a low shot. It's just not a normal shape. And then old hole 1 and 2, I think they're, 15 and 16 now. Those big towering anhyzers, it's just hard shapes to kind of repeat time and time again. So it's one of the courses that when players are talking about it before the tournament, they just don't know what they're going to shoot, right? A lot of the field is going to be, 4 to 6, 7 under par, but it's just hard to get those shapes and match them all in a round to really get that double digits. So shout out to Uli for making it happen today with one of his better rounds in, I would say, like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, that was a really fun watch from Ulibari today.
Big time. Oh, we didn't really get to see much of it.
Yeah, what we saw
The
was
camera
good.
showed up a little bit late, and he was giving us some stuff about it. But what are you expecting to see from Ulibari tomorrow? It's been a hot minute since we've seen him on a lead card here up on the big show.
Yeah.
What are you expecting to see out of him tomorrow?
I mean, Yuli's a veteran. He's a player that I think everyone wants to do well. He's been, a fan favorite for a long time, and we're going to see good putting. He's sitting in third right now, putting better than 90% C1. So I'm keen to see what routine he's rocking lately and how he's really getting it done on the putting green. And then, as far as the driving category goes, he's still lacking in that department, and there's some areas on the course where you really need power. Hole 1 and 2, you really need power. So I'm interested to see what he's working with and how fast he's been throwing, because he's obviously working the driver good enough to shoot 11 out here at Milo. So it would be pretty special to see him continue to push and get his first Elite Series.
It seems like he's pushing the disc pretty well. I actually happened upon him on his practice round, and he was in circle 1 on that hole that Rodon dunked it off the top. So he's moving the disc right now.
Oh, he alluded to it in his post-round interview that if you can keep the disc in the 400-foot range and keep it in the fairway, you're going to give yourself a lot of opportunities. And he did that well. It means he's keeping things under control. He's not trying to do too much, and that is the recipe for success at Milo McIver. When we get to Glendoveer, things are going to change because it's a much lengthier course, and he's going to be forced to probably drop the hammer a little more than what would garner control, or more control, high percentage control. So it's going to be a really important day tomorrow for Paul Ulibari if he's going to survive and advance to be in the mix for the weekend.
I'm absolutely with you there. Perk, any final thoughts before we let you go after one lap around Milo?
Yeah, just one more note about Ulibari. He played 2 weeks ago, and then he just played in the Czech Republic last week, gets on a plane, comes back to play this Elite Plus. Then he's getting on another plane and going back for Ale. So I think Aderholt is also another player who's making that swing. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it says a lot about where our game is at for that to even be possible, and be his dedication, right? He's always been one of the players who is playing more events than anyone else, and chasing after more cash. So it's incredible to see him at year 15 of his touring career, and he's still making moves like that and pushing. So he's definitely an inspiration.
Awesome. With you there, Perk. Well, thanks again for the awesome work today, my man, and we will see you bright and early for the women tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right, Philo. I got 3 picks.
Right.
All right. The Sexton forehand.
That was sick.
You got the dunk off the top from Adalin.
Correct.
And then Simon's birdie on 7, which was pretty amazing too. Near fairway.
I like all 3 of those options.
All right.
OTB shot of the day. It's time to run it.
Let's go. Fire that thing off. Okay. I love this shot. It is so technical.
Yeah, he hit that so perfect.
And hitting some gaps too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got a little fortunate with the late stuff, but that early gap, that angle out the hand, that was the one, man. That's the dream right there. Heck of a day for Mr. Sexton, 2-time major champion, 1 in the Open, 1 in the majors. I imagine he'll be adding to that tally as the seasons roll along. The man is healthy and looking good and playing well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That is all we've got for day 1 Northwest Disc Golf Championship. Hope you enjoyed your lap around Milo. There are your show times for tomorrow. For Philo, myself, everybody on the ground, all the people in the booth, and you guys, we thank you so much for watching and subscribing to the Disc Golf Network. We'll see you tomorrow.